Stay at the newly renovated Hampton Inn & Suites Riverton, proud sponsor of all sports teams, home and away. Experience the perfect blend of comfort and convenience with Hampton's top-notch amenities, including a free hot breakfast, complimentary dinner and drinks Monday through Thursday evenings, a sweet shop for snacks and essentials, a pet-friendly environment and an indoor hot tub pool, and a fitness center to keep up with your workout routine. We've got everything you need for an exceptional stay. Reserve your stay now on our website, Hampton Inn & Suites Riverton, where comfort meets convenience.
And we interrupt you with breaking news live from the Pepsi Wild Cherry aisle. Carol, can you hear us?
Steve, I've never seen anything like this. The bold, refreshing, and bursting with cherry deliciousness of Pepsi Wild Cherry is, well, let's just say everyone is getting wild.
Getting wild?
That's right, Steve. There's dancing, binge-watching, and is that a slip and slide? They're really putting the wild in Pepsi Wild Cherry. And this on-the-scene reporter can't wait to pop, lock, and drop it.
Pepsi Wild Cherry. Go ahead. Get wild.
Take the next step in higher education at Central Wyoming College. Offering 2- and 4-year degree programs in a variety of fields, Central Wyoming College in Riverton is transforming lives and strengthening communities through learning, leadership, and connection.
Welcome to 93.9 KTAK and Wider Day Media's coverage of this special presentation of Riverton High School Athletics. I am your voice of the Riverton Wolverines basketball team's Kevin Shields. I am joined today by Austin Beck-Doss. Austin, how you doing?
I'm doing just fine. It's a nice day outside and here in the gym. It's warm. I'm happy to be back. It's been a little while since I've watched these Riverton teams play basketball, so I'm looking forward to it.
And it is time for the Hampton Inn Suites pregame show. First up, the Lady Wolverines face the Lady Braves. Of course, that is a game that is repeating itself as I quickly turn through the pages to get to it. That final score, 37-27, of course, back on the 25th of January, where Riverton decided to go down on one Saturday, do 5 hours of driving, play 2 basketball, or play 4, because JV played and then head back. Girls hung around with a pretty darn good Star Valley team. As we take a look at the Lady Braves, they came into the week at 9-9 overall. Of course, everybody's finishing off their side of the conference. Their quadrant, if you will. Star Valley undefeated in their quadrant. And they come in averaging just over 38 points per game. Of course, they are led by Emily Dana, their leading scorer, who has 12 points per game. She's also their leading rebounder at just under 7 boards per game.
Yeah, impressive stat line there for one leading individual.
Turnover-wise, it's kind of about the average of most teams, just under 20 from the field. Star Valley is shooting a pretty abysmal 32% from inside the arc. They match that at three-point. They're 22% from beyond the arc and inside the arc. And at the free throw line, something that everybody's heard me complain about all year, the West boys, girls, Western Conference doesn't matter. They're not good free throw shooters. There's like one kid for Rock Springs who shoots 81%. And then as a team, for example, Star Valley shooting 56%. Their leading scorer only 60% from the free throw line. And I'm trying to see who is their leader overall from the free throw line. Their best shooter with any attempts of note is Ambry Nelson, number 5. She averages 62%. Still not good from the charity stripe.
Yes, I don't really know how that compares to other high school basketball regions or programs, but it does seem like low numbers. Why do you think that is, Kevin, that those free throw averages seem low to you?
I don't know. They're bad at every level to some extent. College, they're not good. We have smoke on the floor. I think it's a little dry ice. I think they're going to have a little fun with a dry ice maker today for senior day. But there's just not as much of the focus on it. It's a weird thing, Austin. some colleges are really good at it. The vast majority, it's just pros. It's just not something that's as good as it used to be. And I hate to be one of those back in the day guys now I'm 50, but at the same point in time, it's true. And the sad part is, especially at this level, it's free points, and it helped out Riverton in the past greatly, both girls and boys. That was the one advantage they've had the past couple years on the girls' side, Austin, is that they were better free throw shooters, especially Paisley Jackson, who was in the high 70 percentile. And, of course, on the boys' side, everybody remembers Parker Paxson. Had his worst year from the stripe his senior year, but he was still like 88%.
Oh, wow,
I mean, just incredible on the year. Looking at some common opponents here, they have lost to Evanston. They lost to Central. They lost to East. They lost to Laramie. They defeated Rollins. Seeing who else they may have played. They defeated Jackson. And that's really going to be, and we'll get more into that during the Ranger Keys of the game. For me, Austin, is going to be how do the girls react coming off of what happened on Thursday night. Thursday night, they went down to Jackson. Unfortunately, I was under it with the flu. We weren't able to get down there. But for the first time, and I've heard 79 games, Jackson won a game. This is a team that the Lady Wolverines had dominated twice in the regular season already, once in the Stranagan and once in a true regular season contest here at home. And went down there and just they hung with them. And, of course, Jackson celebrating their first win in quite some time.
Yeah, and as we were saying a few moments ago before we went live, Kevin, you never want to be the team that breaks your opponent's losing streak, but tonight it is senior night. Wolverines are back at home with some good energy in the gym. The ideal conditions to try to bounce back from maybe a kind of demoralizing loss on the road in Jackson.
Absolutely. When we return to the Hampton Inn Suites pregame show, we'll take a look at the Lady Wolverines here on 93.9 KTAK and Wire Today.
About things. It's about the things that matter. Your family, your friends, and your health. For decades, Sage West Healthcare has been committed to improving the health and care of our communities. Today, we're investing more in our communities, in our people, in advanced medical technologies, and in specialized facilities, so access to better care is close to you and the things that matter most. Sage West Healthcare. Be well, live well. That's why we're here.
We believe that everyone deserves a second chance, including us. Hi, I'm Brian Robacher, CEO of Atlantic City Federal Credit Union. And if we said no to you in the past, I'm asking you for a second chance too. In the midst of everything happening, we are committed now more than ever to second chances and when it comes to your finances. An auto loan for your new car, business loans, home loans, and more. Give Atlantic City Federal Credit Union a second chance to give you a second chance. We've been helping our community thrive since 1964, and now it's your turn. Visit AtlanticCity.coop to apply today. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union, federally insured by the NCUA.
For a place, a people, an idea, for right and freedom, for liberty and justice for all. For every square inch between fruited plains and spacious skies. Marines fight to win. See all the battles Marines fight to win at marines.com.
And welcome back to the Hampton Inn Suites pregame show here with Austin Beck Dawson, Kevin Shields on 939 KTAK. It's time to look at the Lady Wolverines and what they come into this game doing so far this season. Lady Wolverines averaging just under 35 points per game. They are led in scoring by Taylin Leesburg with just under 9. She also leads the team in assists. On the boards, of course, is Timbri Mathill with just under 5 rebounds per game. It is a team, Austin, that they don't like to do it. I almost said they like to, but they don't like to do it, but they do turn the ball over fairly heavily at just under 25 turnovers per game.
Yeah, that, once again, a number that seems to be a problem when you look at their season and the number of losses they've had. Those turnovers, those low free throw percentages, those tell the story of the losses that I haven't witnessed in person. But as you read these stats, I'm starting to see the full picture.
And as you look at the shooting percentage, neither one of these teams is a great offensive threat as far as being efficient from the field. Both of them capable of being hot. From inside the arc, Riverton only 30% from shooting on shooting twos. From beyond the arc, 27%. And a lot of that has to do with streakiness. Rylan Brown has the ability. She shoots 38% from the three-point line, but she's only shot 21 on the season. I've seen games where she shoots 5 or 6 of them. I've seen games where she doesn't take a shot. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see there. From the free throw line, this is not a good free throw shooting team, just quite frankly. They are 52% from the charity stripe, led by Timbery Mathill, have been all season, and she is by far the highest at 63%. In fact, she is the only player, Austin, that is over 60% from the charity stripe, with the exception of Adria Van Fleet, and she's only taken one. And she hit it. So it is not a good 100%. Free throw. It's not a good free throw shooting team, unfortunately. Rebounding wise, they do have a rebounding edge overall on the season, but they are out-rebounded about 5 times per game on average. And where that's really hurting them, Austin, is, and has hurt them at times, is this is a team that's, the Lady Wolverines are giving up 13.1 offensive rebounds. So that's just second chance point opportunities for the opposition.
Sure, yeah, that's going to make a big difference in the scoreline over the course of a game. The last time I watched these Lady Wolverines, they played Jackson here at home. I believe that was back in early January. And on that particular night, though it's a small sample size, I do remember that rebounding was one of their strengths on that outing, and they came out with the win.
So this is a rematch. It was a 10-point game, and there's kind of some distinct similarities and some distinct differences this time around that we should see. When we return, it'll be time for the Ranger Keys the Game here on 93.9 KTAK.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey. Detailing done different can protect your vehicle with S-Tech's Action Series, Carbon or Smart Series ceramic tint, plus premium ceramic coatings for maximum UV and heat protection. All backed by a lifetime warranty. Expect expert detailing to make any ride look brand new. Call 307-851-5158 today. Detailing done different.
Riverton Blowdorn Lumber is proud to support youth sports. Experience the Blowdorn difference. Quality products, design, delivery, and expert service. Blowdorn Lumber, 1202 North Federal in Riverton. Blowdorn Lumber.
And welcome back to the Hampton Inn Suites pregame show here on 93.9 KTAK. It is time for the Ranger Keys to the Game, and it's kind of simple as far as what they need to do athletically. The hard part in this game, Austin's mental. Thursday, I don't mean to keep repeating it, want to put it out of our minds, but it's something. I mean, you saw a sparse crowd at the beginning from what I understand, but as they arrived, unfortunately, a lot arriving just to watch the boys' game, got more and more into it when they could see it was going to happen. And to see that kind of celebration and give that up this late in the season, in a year that is a building year for the Lady Wolverines, they've got to be able to somehow just put that in the rearview mirror and forget about it.
Yeah, and it is senior night, and there aren't any seniors on this team, Kevin, to your point about it being a building year, but those kinds of moments, having a hard loss and learning how to bounce back. That is key looking ahead to next year when there will be a bit more experience, a bit more upperclassmen represented on the team. Tonight's that kind of night where you want to figure out how to do that well.
And I think we'll know the answer to the mentality in the first quarter. I think we'll know early on whether or not they're going to be able to put it in the back burner and play the athletic parts of it is play the physical defense we saw at the middle of the season especially. Now some of that depends on refs not calling it too tight, but that level of physical intensity. And number two, they have got to somehow cut down on the offensive rebounds. They do not need to give Star Valley 2 and 3 shots per possession.
Yes, and Star Valley coming off of 3 wins in a row, so different mentality, at least in the team, knowing that they're on a good streak, in good form. For the Wolverines, it's more about proving that they can bounce back. For Star Valley tonight, they'll just want to keep doing what they've been doing. So as you say, in the early part of the game, we'll see an interesting kind of status of both teams and where their mentality is at.
All right, we want to thank the Ranger for the keys to the game. When we return in just a moment, it'll be time for the Sutherland starting lineups here on the Hampton Inn Suites pregame show at 93.9 KTAK and WIO Today.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at Du Bois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Dos Solitos is proud to support Fremont County sports teams. Enjoy bold Mexican flavors that'll have your taste buds shouting, "Olé!" Follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok for updates on events and food truck locations.
You need an oil change, but you don't have a lot of time. Expressway Lubes on South Federal in Riverton and Highway 789 in Lander provide a fast, professional lube, oil, and filter change. Expressway Lubes, locally owned and proud to support our local student athletes.
B&M Septic and Excavation offers prompt professional service. Call them today for a quote at 850-2200. They serve far and wide across Fremont County and deep. B&M Septic and Excavation is proud to support Fremont County sports.
The staff and board of the Fremont County Fair wish to thank everyone who attended the fair this year. Whether you enjoyed Family Day, a night event, entered a craft, or showed livestock, thanks for all your efforts. Stay tuned for a bigger and better Fremont County Fair next year.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
And welcome back to 93.9 KTAK and the Hampton Inn Suites pregame show. It is now time for the Sutherland starting lineups between the Star Valley Lady Braves and the Riverton Lady Wolverines. First, for the coach-led Cade Erickson Star Valley Lady Braves. Number 4, Cameron Mackey. Number 5, Ambry Nelson. Number 15, Cambry Johnson. Number 21, Emily Dana. And number 24, Ruby Hill. For your Coach Bosner-led Lady Wolverines, it'll be number 2, Carson Bosica. Number 4, Rylan Brown. Number 11, Talon Leesburg. Number 22, Lexi Taylor. And number 23, Timbery Mathill. When we return, it'll be time for tip-off here on WIO Today at KTAK.
Friends drive impaired either, even if you have to take their keys and find them a safe ride home.
Let's all look out for each other and keep everybody safe. Remember,
Don't risk it. Drive sober.
Your tax pros at 219 East Main Street in Riverton, Wyoming can handle all your tax needs. Whatever your situation, we know what to do. Call 307-856-2256 today to schedule an appointment. H&R Block is open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
And tip-off is taking place. Carson Vosica wins it. Leesburg tries to get it into Mathil on the low block, and there's the first turnover of the night. And it goes without saying, turnovers need to be at a minimum tonight.
Yep, starting things off with a turnover, and now here come the Star Valley Braves through the middle, taking their time and advancing slightly down the right flank now, Kevin.
Mackey to Nelson. Now they go into the low block looking for Hill. She turns, fires, no good from 4 feet. Rebound by Rylan Brown. They're going to try and trap immediately. She breaks it by getting it up to Leesburg. She comes up, pump fakes a three, then launches. In and good for Leesburg. And that's a good start for the leading scorer. 3-0. Riverton on top here. 7:18 to play in the first. Looking to do the half-court trap is Coach Bosner's Lady Wolverines. Driving in, looking into the paint. It's going to be deflected by Leesburg and go out of bounds over the baseline. It will stay with the Lady Braves here with 7:09 to play in the first quarter. And we are going to get an illegal screen on the inbound called against Hill of Star Valley. That is her first, team first.
Yeah, big shot there from Leesburg to open up the game, and another turnover straight away there from the Lady Wolverines. Here comes Star Valley again outside the arc, looking for a three, but cutting inside instead. Number 5 for Star Valley is fouled below the rim.
Put up by Nelson. She's no good, but she's fouled. She will go to the line. Foul is against Lexi Taylor. It's one player you do not want to get in foul trouble if you're Riverton. Team first. It will send Nelson to the line. First free throw is up and pure. Nelson on the season is a 62% free throw shooter. She is the best one on the team, as we mentioned during the Hampton and Suites pregame show. Hits the second one as well, and it's 3-2. Riverton now going to try and bring it up over midcourt with Rylan Brown. Aspen Gordon immediately is checked in for Lexi Taylor, by the way. Wanting to keep her from getting that second one, which she's had an issue getting 2 quick ones at times. An errant pass by Rylan Brown, really intended for nobody. Long and a little bit too much of a looping, lazy pass. Fortunately for Riverton, is deflected out of bounds by the Lady Braves here with 6:43 to play in the first. Inbound to Brown, going to the high block for Gordon. Hands it back to Brown. Brown out to Leesburg for a corner three. In and out, no good. Rebound is by Brown. She puts it back up, no good. Vosica fighting for it. It will go out of bounds. It will stay with Riverton. So Riverton doing a good job of fighting on the glass here in the early going.
Yeah, nice offensive pressure there from Riverton, and almost 2 threes in a row for Leesburg. An unlucky roll sent that one out of the basket.
Gordon inbounds deep into the front court for Timbri Mathil. She gets it to Brown, who now goes to Vosica at the elbow. Looking to drive in Brown. She's stuck. Gets it to Mathil and back to Brown. She'll reset and she'll dribble up towards top of the key. Brown guarded fiercely by Johnson of Star Valley, and there's a walk. She did not know if she wanted to pass it or keep her dribble, and she picked up the dribble, and Timbri Mathil was cutting, and it just kind of confused Brown. And that is the 3rd turnover of the game so far. Comes with less than 2 minutes played in the first. Inbound is to Nelson. She'll pass it over, and now they'll look to go into the corner. Now Dana looking into the paint. They get it into Johnson, and she's trapped, and she'll lose the ball out of bounds off of her own knee. It'll be the 2nd turnover of the day against Star Valley. So ball control early on, not turning out to be the priority or not being executed as we thought they would. Riverton brings it into the front court, goes to Vosica on the elbow. She's guarded by Mackey. She takes a couple dribbles, now looking to drive towards the baseline. Picks up her dribble, she needs help. Rylan Brown comes out, bails her out, gets the pass, looking to drive baseline. Cut off there, loses it off of her shin. And she gets it to Vosica. Fans want to travel. They were probably actually right on that. Vosica trying to pass out to Gordon, and it goes off of a Star Valley player and out of bounds. Taylor will come in now for Brown. And Riverton, a little bit of discombobulated possession so far here, but they haven't turned it over. Checking in is number 30, McGee, as well for Star Valley. Inbound is a backdoor cut to Timbry Mathill. Goodness.
Yeah, good run into the paint there from Mathill. 5-2 now the score. Lady Wolverines leading early.
Trapping, trying to get the ball. Mathill, of course, physical in the trap, trying to tie it up. And we're going to get a foul, and that's going to be against Mathill. She just got a little too aggressive there on the half-court trap. But they need to bring, that trap works very effectively, especially with Leesburg and Mathill at times. Inbound is, they go into Hill in the corner. She loses control of it, and Mathill comes away with it. Third turnover of the day against Star Valley. Leesburg trying a long pass on the break to Vosica to the elbow. Out to Leesburg. Leesburg tees up a three, no good. Rebound is by the Lady Braves with 4:42 to play in the first. Looking to break is Johnson. Drives in, puts it up. No good. Charge on the foul. Taylor got a little lucky there. She was in a position to get it, but the fall, you want to make it dramatic. She just kind of wilted back because Johnson's not going to drop Lexi Taylor easily.
Yeah, and the Riverton bench got up to celebrate that defensive effort and the resulting call, and inbounded here again. Here come the Lady Wolverines down the right-hand side.
Johnson's first foul, team's second of the quarter. Leesburg with it, drives into the paint, puts up a runner, no good. A little off balance there. She's now 1 for 4. Lady Braves looking to push. Nelson into the front court and throws it right to Vosica, who'll get to Leesburg. Leesburg back to Vosica. Vosica to Mathill in the paint. Mathill turns, fires, good from 4 feet. And it is 7-2 now in favor of the Lady Wolverines with 4:05 to play here in the first. Long pass, Lexi Taylor able to step in front of it. Unable to gain control of it, but able to deflect it, and Riverton will reset their defense with 4:01 in the first, as Brown will check back in for Carson Vosica for the Lady Wolverines. Inbound is to Nelson for the Lady Braves in the backcourt. She dribbles in the front court, gets it to Mackey. Mackey looking into the paint. They find McGee, 2-point shot from 8 feet, no good. Leesburg comes away with the rebound. Leesburg, long pass to Mathill. Mathill has to save it, gets it to Taylor. Taylor dribbling in, and she's going to be fouled. It'll be out of bounds for Riverton as the foul is called against Nelson. Her first, team third of the first quarter. Comes with 3:43 to play in the half. So far, so good. Turnovers a bit concerning, but so can't argue with scoreboard at the end of the day.
Yeah, as you say, Kevin, a little concerning with the turnovers. Otherwise, promising start from Riverton as they move the ball around the arc. Again, here comes Brown, taking some time to reset, looking for a pass.
Brown to Taylor at the high elbow. She almost gets it taken away, drives in, puts it up. No good, but she is fouled by Dana. That'll be Dana's first, team fourth. So any non-offensive foul the rest of the quarter will be free throws. Of course, those haven't been overly kind for any team this year, but especially Riverton. Lexi Taylor going to be shooting 2. First one on its way, pure. 8-2 there. And it's been kind of weird. It's been like streaky foul shooting. Like certain games, they'll be really, really good. Certain games, they'll be just awful. And Lexi Taylor's one of the barometers. Post players not known for free throws. Here she hits both of them.
2 perfect shots in a row there from Taylor.
To make it now 9-2 with 3.5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Having trouble getting it over the timeline. They eventually do, and they get it up top to Nelson. Nelson to the corner for Mackey for 3. No good. Rebound is by Mathill. Long pass to Brown. Brown will slow it up, though, as she doesn't have numbers. Almost got caught there looking for the play from Coach Bosner as Mackey was trying to sneak up on her. Gets it to Taylor towards high block. Backdoor cut to Leesburg, and Leesburg knew she was fouled there because she knew she was tied up. Great cut and great pass. Foul is against Nelson. She's a starter, and that's her second. Team fifth. So Leesburg was shooting, but it wouldn't have mattered. She'd be going to the line anyway. And she misses the first.
It's a little short there from Leesburg, who's been heavily involved so far in the game, hasn't been off the court yet, and been really good with the direct long passes for the Riverton offense. Misses the second free throw, unfortunately.
In and out again. White has now checked in for Star Valley as they'll look to break. They get to McGee, and that's slow up, and Timmery Mathil comes away with the steal. Just got in the passing lane there. Taylor inside to Gordon. Gordon turns, puts it up, good. And Riverton off to a great start, 11-2, 2:38 to play. And, they're going to get Leesburg there as they were trying to bring it in the front court. No, they're going to get, Timmery Mathil fouling Johnson, and that's not good for Riverton. Their best defender, and she's 2 of 2 from the field. Timmery Mathil now with 2, so she'll have to sit for, we'll see how long Coach Bosner wants to sit her, but I almost guarantee we've seen the last of her in this quarter. Inbound is to Mackey. Mackey to Johnson. Johnson looking to go into the corner. Pass deflected by Leesburg. And Austin, that physical defense, I'm seeing it right now. I'm seeing what I wanted to see defensively. They're now in a zone. It's a 1-3-1 for Riverton. Gordon trying to put pressure on Mackey. Caused her to fumble the ball around, but she's able to control it. Back to her. Over in the corner. 3 on the way by Dana. Good. And that was absolute necessity for Star Valley. It is 11-5 here, 2:06 left in the first. Leesburg over center stripe on the far side of the court. Riverton going left to right on your radio dial in their white with red accent. To Vosika at the elbow. She's got a dribble. She doesn't. She gets out to Gordon, and Coach Bosner calls a timeout. He was worried about a 5-second call, and he gets the timeout. It'll be a 30-second one. We'll take it with him and be right back here on 93.9 KTAK. 11-5, Riverton on top early in the game.
Men have a way of doing things. A man has his way of eating, of exercising, of keeping his hands warm, and of straightening up. So, when a man faces a serious life problem like divorce, depression, or suicidal thoughts, shouldn't a man have a way to deal with that, too? Well, now he does. I'm Dr. Rich Mahogany. Visit me at mantherapy.org.
Kind of swarm the ball a little bit and leave one open.
And welcome back. Minute 49 left in the first. Timeout by Coach Bosner as he was getting a little bit worried. Discombobulated on the offensive end. The freshman, Vosika, had it at the elbow. And that 5-second call, because she wasn't dribbling, she wasn't passing. She eventually passed, but Coach Bosner wanted the 30-second timeout. It'd be inbounded to Brown. Brown looking to go to the right. Man-to-man defense by Star Valley. Brown picks up her dribble. She needs help now. And Aspen Gordon luckily comes to her aid. Gordon to Leesburg. Leesburg thought about it, now goes cross court. Lexi Taylor for 3, no good. Rebound by the Lady Braves with 1:24 left in the first quarter. Into the front court, almost got to travel there out of Dana. She didn't know, she wanted to pass, but no one was there. She kept her feet though. They get it over to Johnson. Drives in, loses control, and it goes out last touched by the Lady Braves with 1:10. So this defense has now caused 6 turnovers by the Lady Braves. Riverton only with 3, so liking what we're seeing here in the early going. Inbound is to Brown. Guarded slightly, just token pressure by McGee. 1 minute now left in the first. Brown with it, almost loses it. Goes over, picks it up. Dribbling over to the left side. Pass, luckily got it to Leesburg. She finds Taylor. Taylor wildly puts it up, gets her own rebound. Lost it again, gets out to Brown. Brown from 15, no good. Just chaos, and they go to the floor, and we are going to have a jump ball. It should go to the Lady Braves on the possession arrow, and it does with 36.8 seconds left here in the first quarter. Riverton with the 6-point lead.
Yeah,
Inbound.
Riverton there with a bit of a lucky break, but now it's Star Valley coming across, and it's blocked by Leesburg, who runs to try to take possession, but it's out of bounds, and Star Valley will take over.
It looked like, yeah, it gets reversed. Number 4, Mackey, did kick it, went off her feet. That's the 7th turnover of the day here, the 7th of the game in the first quarter. Leesburg will be inbounding. And Riverton, I'm guessing, will hold for the last shot as the inbound to Brown. Brown on the near side comes over center court, looking for Gordon at the high block. Gordon out to Taylor. Taylor going to shoot another 3. No good. Gordon fighting for the rebound. Can't get it. And with 7 seconds left, Star Valley will need to move if they want to take advantage of it. They get to Hatterley, who checked in the game. Hatterley to Johnson. Johnson puts it up, and we're going to have 2 shots. We have a foul on the play. Johnson no good on the 2. See who the foul is against. Who's the foul against? It's got to be against somebody.
So 1.7 seconds back up on the clock now.
Okay, I'm confused. Yeah, they put 0.7 now. They adjust it. Who's the foul on, though? They have not signaled that. In and out, no good, is the first free throw by Johnson. And the band needs to stop playing. Lane violation against Leesburg, I think. Second one up and good. And inbound, that's going to do it. So it will be 11-6 as we go to the second. Chaotic ending to the quarter. We'll be right back with the second quarter. Riverton on top here on 939 KTAK.
Hey guys, this is Nick Haskell, and here at Haskell's Furniture and Flooring, we have the best brands. With our size, we are able to shop for you. We're able to choose the top products from the best companies. We carry Lazy Boy, Tempur-Pedic, Ashley, Sealy, Serta, and more. With our variety, we can make sure we're a one-stop shop for all of your home furnishing needs. Come in today to one of our locations in Cody, Lovell, Worland, and Riverton, where we have the best prices and a better service.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
All right, welcome back. Got a little clarification here on 93.9 KTAK. Last foul was against Carson Vosigas. Team 4th of the quarter, but they reset now. It was her first. Star Valley, 1 of 6 from the field. 3, they hit a 3, and then the rest coming from the free throw line. Riverton not really any better as far as percentage goes. They've just gotten a lot more shots off. Brown, Taylor, Mathill, Vosik, and Leesburg, the starters as you kind of would expect for Riverton. And as they look to go inside, we're going to get a foul against number 30. That's McGee. That is her first, team first of the second quarter. So for Star Valley, it's going to be, they're going to have all sorts of different people. They got England in for the first time. McGee's in. Dana from the starting lineup. Trying to see here. Also, I'm having a hard time seeing the numbers. Going to take it to Leesburg in the corner. Leesburg looking to drive in, puts it up. No good. I think we're going to get a foul for over the back. Hatterley in as well. And I'm missing one. We'll get her at some point in time.
Star Valley foul, 24.
Ooh. No, it was Star Valley foul. Hill, who's in. That's her second. Second team foul. Wasn't expecting that one. I thought it was Riverton over the back. Inbound is to Brown. She's blocked as she puts up the shot, and away comes the Lady Braves with it. Lady Braves without their 2 starting guards in, so let's see, ball control is a little bit of an issue, Austin. And yeah, Taylor, you can't hip check her out. Trying to go baseline was Star Valley, and unfortunately, Austin, that's Taylor's second.
Substitutions for Star Valley. And a couple of substitutions here for both teams.
Gordon coming in completely, fully expected there after the foul.
Star Valley inbounds to the top of the arc and looking for a pass. Can't get inside yet. Now a cut inside, but back out. Looking for a 3. Chose not to take it, and a shot from inside is good. 11-8 now, Riverton leads.
Shot up by Hill. It's her first bucket of the evening, and they're going to come away with the steal almost immediately. Now they'll fight for it in the paint, and we're going to have, I'm guessing it's going to be a jump ball here. But if it is a possession error, we'll signal it'll stay with Star Valley as White will check in.
There was one more turnover leading up to that, Kevin. I think that's Riverton's 4th on the night.
It is. Inbound, and are we going to get a moving screen again? We are indeed against Star Valley. Foul is against White, who just checked in. Her first, team 3rd already. Minute 15 into the second quarter. Inbound is to Brown. Brown back to Gordon. Gordon not a ball handler per se, and she's going to throw it away for the 5th turnover. They need to have Vosica, Leesburg, Brown, the more traditional guards, bringing the ball up, and they're going to get it into the paint. Out to White from 15, up and no good. Rebound is put back up and in. I don't know who just scored that.
I didn't catch it either, but the Star Valley Braves have cut Riverton's lead down to just 1 here in the second quarter. Riverton yet to score in the second.
Only 1 shot. Brown drives in. She's going to get called for a walk. That's as much as I said, the turnovers, 3 turnovers in the whole first quarter. Minute 55 into the second quarter, they've already matched that. They have 6 overall. Checking in for Star Valley is going to be Nelson. And Nelson will pass it in to England, who will bring it over the timeline, going to her left. Star Valley looking for their first lead, swings all the way around to the far side, looking to drive in Johnson. Kicks it out to England for 2, long 2, no good. Rebound by Nelson, and we're going to get a foul, it looks like. That is against Aspen Gordon, her first, team 2nd of the quarter. So Riverton having a big-time drought here. It's a 4-0 run currently. But Riverton only with 1 shot, and Star Valley's going to toss out for a 3, and on the rebound, it's going to go all the way out of bounds over to Riverton. Dana shot that 3 that was no good, and Riverton needs to find a way to get some points here to kind of end this little run. Inbound is to Taylor. 5.5 to play in the half. Taylor's going to bring it all the way towards the timeline, almost loses control of it, regains it on the far side. Dribbling to the near, screen by Leesburg. Pass back to Leesburg. Leesburg to Vosica at the elbow. Vosica hands it off to Leesburg. She gets out to Taylor on the corner. Back out to Leesburg. Leesburg to Gordon at the high block. Gordon with 1 dribble, and it's stolen away off a pass intended for Vosica. Looking to take the lead. Nelson gets on the outlet pass. Nelson dishes out to Johnson. Johnson for 3, no good. Rebound is tied up, and this one should go to Riverton, and it does. With 4:51 to play, we played 3 minutes, 9 seconds. Still no points and only 1 shot attempt in the quarter by the Lady Wolverines.
Yes, the Lady Braves defense deserves some credit for their performance here in the second quarter.
Timeout by Coach Bosner. I'm not surprised with the way the offense has been playing. It'll be Riverton basketball with 4:51 to play.
Papa Murphy's on North Federal in Riverton makes your pizza to order. Order online at papamurphys.com or in store. Delicious, fresh-made pizza just the way you want it. Papa Murphy's is a proud supporter of our local Fremont County student athletes.
Exploding at 200 miles per hour. Airbags pack a punch. Until age 13, stay buckled up in the back seat. Buckle up, Wyoming. It's the law.
For more than 40 years, Porter's Mountain View Supply has been serving central Wyoming with top brand name spas, stoves, fireplaces, and outdoor grills. With 2 locations in Riverton and Casper Plus financing available for your purchase, Porter's offers expert advice, quality products, and service along with maintenance. Porter's, your local spa, stove, and fireplace provider in Riverton at the corner of Sunset and North Federal.
And welcome back, 11-10. We've been kind of stuck there for a moment. Inbound by Riverton. Taylor going to get it to Vosika. Vosika, her first shot of the day is no good from 8 feet. Rebound by Riverton. They get back to Vosika. She misses again from point-blank range. Rebound by Star Valley. Riverton just having a hard second quarter here. Quick outlet pass, they look into the paint. Taylor came away with it for a minute, cannot secure the steal. Star Valley will have it, they'll swing it over to the near side. Driving in, putting it up is White, no good. And rebound is, there's a foul on the rebound, and Lexi Taylor is down. She hit the ground hard. We'll take the break with them as they tend to her, and we'll figure it out and get it all settled here on 93.9 KTAK. Still 11-10 Riverton.
Shoshone Rose Casino and Hotel is proud to support youth sports in Fremont County. Enjoy a meal at the Deca Gai He restaurant. Deca Gai He is Shoshone for the eating house. Open daily from 7:30 a.m. until 9 p.m. Try a weekend getaway with the family in one of their comfortable, pet-friendly guest rooms and enjoy the heated swimming pool. Book online at ShoshoneRose.com. And remember to support Fremont County youth sports. Go team!
And welcome back. Somewhere the PA and myself both have it with 4 fouls. Foul was called against White with Lexi Taylor out being 10-2. Rylan Brown will shoot the 2 free throws. First one is up and no good, and the free throws are due to Star Valley being over the limit. And Riverton still scoreless here in the second. Really need to hit from the charity stripe, and they hit the second one to kind of break that drought and increase the lead at least to 2. 12-10, 4:15 to play in the half. Nelson to Mackey, who checked in. Over in the corner, back out to Nelson. She thought about a 3. Timbery Mathill with a good closeout. Now she's driven in, and she's kind of stuck. Mackey comes out to help her, swinging over to Johnson. Johnson back to Nelson. Open look at 3. Air ball. And it'll go out of bounds on the rebound attempt, and it will be Riverton Lady Wolverine basketball with 3:55 to play in the first half. Gordon looking for someone to inbound it to. Nobody there, and there's going to be a 5-second call. Turnover against Riverton, and they now have 8. They now have overtaken Star Valley 7 in the quarter. Star Valley has none in this quarter. Star Valley had 7 in the first. Bosner not happy with not the inbounder, but the other players not cutting to where they need to cut, trying to get open. Star Valley have a chance to tie or take the lead. They go into the paint for England. Back outside to Johnson on the left wing. Johnson dribbles up towards top of the key, goes to Hill on the left wing. She'll go baseline, and she's going to step out on the line, and now they've matched Riverton's 8 turnovers with 8 themselves. 3:42 to go. Not a really well-played quarter by either team. Gordon, long pass to Vosika. Vosika over the timeline, has it. Now she's going to try and dribble in, puts it up. Good! Nice job to see the opportunity. Vosika now has her first point. Lead stretches back out to 2 possessions, 14-10. Nelson into the front court, trapped. Has to get to Johnson. Johnson looking inside, instead goes cross court to Mackey. Mackey to Nelson. Nelson picks up her dribble unwisely again, has to pass it to the elbow to Hill. Back out to Mackey. Mackey gets it right back, and Mackey dribbles out towards half court, gets a pass over to Nelson. Nelson, a little jump pass to Johnson, who'll try and drive baseline. Nothing there. Back out to Nelson. And Nelson to Mackey. And you might see a timeout here by Coach Erickson because nothing working offensively here for Star Valley. That no one wants to shoot, it seems. White with it, drives in, and they finally get it on the elbow to Hill. No good. Rebound is fought for. They go to the ground, and Riverton will come out with it with 2:35 to play. And we're going to get a foul as Brown was bringing it over midcourt. Foul is against number 15. That is Johnson. Her second, team 6. Rylan Brown going to the line where she has been 1 of 2 on the day.
Yeah, and good defense there in that last sequence from Riverton, just forcing Star Valley to take shots that they didn't really want to take. And Riverton's lead now back up to 4. Brown to shoot 2, a chance to take it up to 6.
Seemed that nobody wanted to shoot on that possession by Star Valley. First one on the way, good. Much better form than her first one. And it's out to 15-10. Taylor coming in for Gordon. Hatterley and McGee coming in as well for Star Valley. Brown with one more can get this out to a 16-10 lead. Spins it in her hands. Free throw on its way, no good. Rebound by Hatterley of Star Valley. 2.5 to play here in the half. Nelson brings up, it's tipped, but the pass does get to where it was intended to go to, that being Hill, but Hill looking for a cutter underneath, throws it away. That'll be the 9th turnover of the afternoon against Star Valley. Taylor looking inbound. They're doing nothing to get open. And finally, Rylan Brown cuts open. Bosner not happy with that. Brown is going to bring it over midcourt right on top of the logo with 2:15. Pass is deflected partially. Taylor comes away with it. Taylor rips it away. And, oh, this is not going to make the Star Valley faithful happy about it. McGee called for a foul instead of a tie-up. And it'll send Lexi Taylor to the line. With these opportunities, they need to convert.
Yeah, the free throws are really coming into play here, especially in this tight second quarter. Lexi Taylor takes her time, and the first one is good.
16-10 now. But that looked like it was tied up, but you're not going to win a tie-up unless you get a quick one with Lexi Taylor for your small guard. And guard was wise to let go or she would have gone flying. Second one in and out. So team about at their average, shooting about 50% on the day from the free throw line, actually a little bit under that. And they've let 5 points in this game so far, just left on the table at the charity stripe. Aspen Gordon will come in for Vosica.
Yeah, the way this game's going, that handful of points could be the margin, the decisive margin.
Nelson, long pass to the corner. They're going to pass it back out to McGee. McGee tosses it in the corner, and it's trapped is Dana, and she's going to get bailed out on a foul by Aspen Gordon. That'll be team 3rd. It is Aspen's 2nd on the afternoon. So foul starting to become an issue for both teams here as we go under 2 minutes to play in the first half. England with it, top of the key, going to the left, now into the paint for Nelson. Back out for Hill. Hill, a 17-footer air ball, not really within her range. Ball bounces out of bounds. It'll be Riverton basketball with a 6-point lead and 1:42 to play in the half.
Another opportunity from Riverton. Let's see if they can find someone open, and they do this time. Good work to find someone quickly. It's
found Leesburg, who came back in. She goes to Brown. 1.5 left in the first half. Brown picked up her dribble, not sure why, but Taylor comes out to help her. Taylor trying to hit Brown on a cut, just misses her, overthrows it. 9th turnover of the day against Riverton. So Riverton now pretty close to their average per half for turnovers. A little bit under it, but getting closer, especially considering the first quarter was so clean for the Lady Wolverines. Passing around top of the key and around the key is Star Valley. Nelson has it. Nelson over to McGee. Now back to Nelson on the wing. Up top for Dana. Dana gets cutting Nelson, drives in, puts up a layup, misses wildly actually. Rebound is fought for, and it's going to be a foul against Riverton. Fouls against Brown, that's her first. Team fourth, but it was a shooting foul, they're going to say. Nelson was fouled on the shot. She will go to the line to shoot 2. Best free throw shooter on the team, as we said earlier, and she nails the first one. Vosica going to check back in for Gordon with 54.8 seconds left. Mackey is going to come back in for McGee for Star Valley.
Second shot is
up and pure.
Very nice.
4 for 4. Not bad for a 62% free throw shooter. Best on the team again. Leesburg into the front court. Leesburg going to drive, and Kimber Mathil's checked in. Her first time, the younger Mathil, in the game here with 42 seconds left. Riverton just trying, Coach Bosner probably trying to limit the foul opportunities. And steal by Star Valley. And they're going to have a wide open break, put up and miss. And that is exactly what he didn't want. England misses, and that's not what Coach Bosner wanted. Timbri Mathil is going to get called for her third team foul. Her third. It is going to send missed by 22, missed by England on the first. England at the line. England on the season is a, let's see here, England a 44% free throw shooter. Second one, good. So a little bit better than her average, 50%, 16-13 with 30 seconds left here. Taylor brings it over to the timeline, going down towards the near baseline. Look, stops, gets it to Vosica. Good job by, I think that was England, stepping in front of the pass, deflecting it out of bounds. It will stay with the Lady Wolverines with 21.2 left in the half. Taylor looking to inbound it to Vosica. She has to chase it down, drives in, shoots from 15, no good. That just didn't look good from the start after the inbound, and Star Valley comes away with it, and Aspen Gordon tracks him down, gets the steal. Gordon to Vosica. Vosica drives in, and why she doesn't jump, stop, and go up. She tried to catch it in the air and put it up. She had time. Long shot put up by Dana as time expires, no good. And so we got ourselves a ball game here at 16-13 at the end of the first half. When we return here on YO Today and 93.9 KTAK, it will be time for the United States Marine Corps halftime show.
Snyder Signature Properties would like to give a huge shout out to the local sports of Fremont County. They are here to support your team and your local home real estate needs. Call today to see how Snyder Signature Properties can help you buy and sell your next property. Good luck to all Fremont County athletes.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Don't leave your future up in the air. Always wear a seatbelt and reduce your risk of death of serious injury in a crash by almost 50%. Buckle up, Wyoming.
Stay at the newly renovated Hampton Inn & Suites Riverton, proud sponsor of all sports teams, home and away. Experience the perfect blend of comfort and convenience with Hampton's top-notch amenities, including a free hot breakfast, complimentary dinner and drinks Monday through Thursday evenings, a sweet shop for snacks and essentials, a pet-friendly environment, and an indoor hot tub, pool, and a fitness center to keep up with your workout routine. We've got everything you need for an exceptional stay. Reserve your stay now on our website, Hampton Inn & Suites Riverton, where comfort meets convenience.
And we interrupt you with breaking news live from the Pepsi Wild Cherry aisle. Carol, can you hear us?
Steve, I've never seen anything like this. The bold, refreshing, and bursting with cherry deliciousness of Pepsi Wild Cherry is, well, let's just say everyone is getting wild.
Getting wild?
That's right, Steve. There's dancing, binge watching, and is that a slip and slide? They're really putting the wild in Pepsi Wild Cherry. And this on-the-scene reporter can't wait to pop, lock, and drop it.
Pepsi Wild Cherry. Go ahead. Get wild.
Take the next step in higher education at Central Wyoming College. Offering 2- and 4-year degree programs in a variety of fields, Central Wyoming College in Riverton is transforming lives and strengthening communities through learning, leadership, and connection.
Living well isn't just about things. It's about the things that matter. Your family, your friends, and your health. For decades, Sage West Healthcare has been committed to improving the health and care of our communities. Today, we're investing more in our communities, in our people, in advanced medical technologies, and in specialized facilities, so access to better care is close to you and the things that matter most. Sage West Healthcare. Be well, live well. That's why we're here.
We believe that everyone deserves a second chance, including us. Hi, I'm Brian Robacher, CEO of Atlantic City Federal Credit Union. And if we said no to you in the past, I'm asking you for a second chance too. In the midst of everything happening, we are committed now more than ever to second chances and when it comes to your finances. An auto loan for your new car, business loans, home loans, and more. Give Atlantic City Federal Credit Union a second chance to give you a second chance. We've been helping our community thrive since 1964, and now it's your turn. Visit AtlanticCity.coop to apply today. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union, federally insured by the NCUA.
For a place, a people, an idea, for right and freedom, for liberty and justice for all, for every square inch between fruited plains and spacious skies. Marines fight to win. See all the battles Marines fight to win at marines.com.
Welcome to the United States Marine Corps Halftime Show here on 93.9 KTAK. At the half, it is 16-13 in favor of the Lady Wolverines, outscoring Star Valley 11-6 in the first, being outscored themselves 7-5 in the second quarter, and that's where we stand as we look at the Ranger Printer stat book. First for Star Valley, they are led by Dana with 5. Nelson has 4. Hill with 2, and England and Johnson with 1 each. For Riverton, leading scorer is Timmery Mathill with 4. Lexi Taylor and Taylor Leesburg each have 3. And then Vosika Brown and Gordon with 2 each. Both teams with 10 turnovers, so around their average, realistically.
Yeah, and Riverton with just 3 in that very promising first quarter, 7 in the second. Big difference there. The performance overall from the Lady Wolverines first quarter was about as good as Coach Mosner could expect coming off that tough loss, but then in the second, every part of their game did degrade a little bit, as illustrated by that severe increase in turnovers.
And now we look at what's going to be really concerning for the coaches especially. Star Valley has Nelson, White, Johnson, Hill, and McGee with 2 fouls each. Riverton with Gordon and Taylor with 2. And the really concerning one, Timmery Mathill, the leader of the defense, with 3, getting that last one very late in the second quarter. And the funny part was that was probably why her younger sister Kimber was in, was to help keep Aspen or Lexi Taylor, somebody, from getting that 3rd foul. And then just almost like serendipitous that her sister's the one who gets the 3rd.
Yeah.
And a very important 3rd foul against the team leader as far as defending goes.
Yeah. Yeah, despite that tougher second quarter, the Lady Wolverines have survived with the lead. It's just 3, a smaller lead than after the first quarter, but there was moments there in the second when it looked like they might give up that lead. They did battle back a little bit to get some points on the board late, just 5 scored in the second quarter, but enough to see them into the break to come back together and try to revitalize for the second half.
When we return, it will be time for the third quarter and the start of the second half. A reminder that after the game will be the Click It or Ticket postgame show before the boys game, and then we will have senior night. We will be filming that. We will be live streaming that. So if your grandparents or you got some uncles and aunts that you maybe not watching, you want to let them know to tune in to WYO today. We will be bringing you senior night activities. We do have kind of the write-ups that the boys have done for their future plans and who they want to thank. We don't have it for the cheerleaders. We apologize, but we did get it for the boys team. Of course, the girls with no seniors. So when we return, it'll be third quarter. Thank you to the few, the proud, the Marines for this halftime show. We'll see you in just a few moments on 939 KTAK.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey. Detailing done different can protect your vehicle with S-Tech's Action Series, Carbon or Smart Series ceramic tint, plus premium ceramic coatings for maximum UV and heat protection. All backed by a lifetime warranty. Expect expert detailing to make any ride look brand new. Call 307-851-5158 today. Detailing done different.
Riverton Blowdorn Lumber is proud to support youth sports. Experience the Blowdorn difference. Quality products, design, delivery, and expert service. Blowdorn Lumber, 1202 North Federal in Riverton. Blowdorn Lumber.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
And welcome back. Time for the second half here on 939 KTAK. We'll start out with Riverton with the basketball. They will be now going right to left on your radio dial here. As we get ready to start the third, Riverton with a one-possession, three-point lead. Chance to extend it here right off the bat. Brown to Leesburg. It'll be exactly who you'd expect. For the most part, actually will be exactly who you expect. It'll be Leesburg, Brown, Mathil, Vosica, and Taylor. They get to Vosica from the baseline. Good. She now has 4 on the day. So coach showing a lot of trust in one of his leaders there, Austin, and Mathil with 3 fouls to start her out in the third quarter on the court. And it's going to be turned over right as they try and go into the paint. 11 turnovers now on the day. But again, like I was saying, Mathil with 3 fouls, a lot of trust for her to play kind of cautious, which is asking a lot because she's a very aggressive player. Long pass on the inbound to Leesburg. Leesburg to Mathil. Mathil looking to go baseline, gets caught up, gets it back out to Leesburg in the corner. Cross court to Brown. Brown takes a dribble into the paint. Now back out to Leesburg. Leesburg drives in, floater put up, no good. There's too much on it. Star Valley with the rebound. Here with 7:06 left in the third. Brought up by Nelson. Gets it to Mackey. It is Nelson, Mackey, Johnson, And Johnson's going to drive in and put up a 2. No good. It'll go out of bounds on the rebound off of Riverton, so it'll stay right here. And then, of course, Dana and Hill in for the Lady Braves. Inbound is into the paint, put up by Hill, no good. Rebound is by Vosica with 6:48 to play in the third, and she turns it over and driving in and putting it up, no good by Dana. Dana hit the ground pretty heavily. Rebound 2-on-1 for Riverton. Leesburg decides to keep it herself, puts it up and good. She now has 5 on the day, and the lead quickly back out to 7 with 6.5 left in the third quarter. And right on coming across the timeline, Mackey, one of those plays where you get stuck between do I pass or don't I? She drug her foot, and turnover number 2 of the second half.
Yeah, great start to the half here for the Lady Wolverines as Leesburg prepares to inbound, finds Brown, but only just, and now Brown scanning for another pass, struggling to find one once again, but now Vosica with it at the top of the arc.
Vosica over to Brown, launches a 3, no good. Rebound is by Star Valley, and Mackey will look to bring it up court. Long pass, and it's kind of tipped around, but comes up to Hill. Hill puts it up and good. She now has 4. 20-15, 5:55 to play in the first. Leesburg to Brown. Goes through her hands. Turnover, that's a pass she's got to have. And looking to break now, they're going to take it all the way. Puts it up, no good by Nelson. And it's going to go out of bounds on the rebound again, but it will stay with Star Valley. Gordon coming in now. Let's see who she comes in for Carson Vosica. So the, shall we say, the stronger lineup for Riverton with Taylor, Mathill, and Gordon in there. 3 standout two-sport players, 2 of them in soccer, 1 in volleyball. Swung into the corner after the inbound to Dana. She's going to dribble up top of the key, guarded by Gordon. Riverton in a man-to-man now with 5:27 to play in the third. Up top to Nelson, over to Mackey on the right wing. Mackey looking to get it inside, and it's loose, and there is a turnover taken away. Aspen Gordon's going to get the stat for it, but was deflected by about 3 different Riverton players. They get it up to Mathill. She drives in, puts the layup up off the long pass. No good, unable to finish. A lot of people going to the ground this quarter.
Yeah, aggressive play from both teams might be a part of it, or just something weird in the air. People are struggling to balance out there.
They get it over to Nelson. Nelson cross court, and they're going to get it to Mackey. Mackey for 3, good.
That's going to cut Riverton's lead down to 2 here with 4:40 to play in the third.
Her second shot of the day, her first field goal of the day. She now has 3. 20-18, 4.5 to play in the third, and Brown's going to lose it again, and then Brown, a frustration foul, is going to absolutely wrap up a player, and Brown looks at Coach Bosner and says, what do you want me to do? I can answer that for her, but I don't know if she might like it better coming from me. Don't turn the ball over. Don't pick up your dribble past mid-court with no one there and no pass intended. Keep your dribble alive. And McGee's going to get it, and she's going to dribble into the trap, and she gets rid of it, and they're going to get Aspen Gordon for a foul as they went to Johnson. Gordon just looks over. She can't understand it. A little too physical there. It is the team's second.
13 foul. Returning for the Wolverines, 2.
And it is her third. So Vosica will come back in. So now Timbri Mathill and Aspen Gordon each with 3 fouls. Mathill still out there as the inbound is to McGee. She gets over to Nelson on the wing. Nelson into the corner for Johnson. Johnson wanting to go in the paint, can't do it. Tries to get to Nelson, and that's really not good. Timbri Mathill going to be called for a shove there in the corner. That's her 4th, so here comes her sister, Kimber. And I'm going to guess also we've seen the last of Timbri for at least a good long while. 1 foul away from disqualification.
Yep, and Coach Bosner can't have that, so I think you're right. We won't see her for a bit. And a long, deep 3 from Star Valley, no good, but they get their own rebound, and it's up again.
McGee with the miss. Johnson goes back up. She's blocked, And rebound comes away to Rylan Brown. And we're going to get a foul against McGee. That'll be her third, team first of the quarter. Things getting a wee bit chippy right now. Full court press set up by Star Valley. Inbound is to Brown. She's going to dribble it up, guarded by Nelson. Dribbles up the baseline. Good job there, not giving up her dribble. And goes to the wing now. Wing inside to Kimber. Kimber now stuck in the trap. Kimber to Vosika. Nice pass by Kimber Mathil. Vosika squares up, puts it in. She now has 6 on the day. Lead back out to 22-18. And, oh, beautiful, right back at you. Give and go pass, and they get to Hill in the paint. And she puts it in, 22-20. Long pass to Leesburg, put out for Mathil, and Mathil unable to track it down. Really not a great pass by Leesburg, and it's going to be hit out of bounds as Star Valley got the turnover and tried to push. Riverton with 14 turnovers now to 13 for Star Valley. Inbound by McGee, and again, looking for their potential first to tie it or first lead of the game are the Lady Braves. Nelson up top, picks up her dribble, gets it to Dana for 3, no good. Rebound is put back up and in by Johnson, though. Too many offensive rebounds, and we are tied for the first time in a long, long time. Actually, the first time in the game since 0-0. Had no lead changes, only the one tie. Vosika holding it up above her head and just lazily gives it up. McGee going to go all the way down, misses the layup. Rebound is put up and good by Johnson. And they have their first lead to Star Valley, 24-22. Boser's going to call a timeout. It will be a full one here as Riverton surrendered the lead for the first time this game here on 939 KTAK.
Dos Solitos is proud to support Fremont County sports teams. Enjoy bold Mexican flavors that'll have your taste buds shouting, "Olé!" Follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok for updates on events and food truck locations.
You need an oil change, but you don't have a lot of time. Expressway Lubes on South Federal in Riverton and Highway 789 in Lander provide a fast, professional lube oil and filter change. Expressway Lubes, locally owned and proud to support our local student athletes.
B&M Septic and Excavation offers prompt professional service. Call them today for a quote at 850-2200. They serve far and wide across Fremont County and deep. B&M Septic and Excavation is proud to support Fremont County sports. And welcome back. Inbound be by Taylor. It will be deflected by Hill and go out of bounds. So they'll inbound again. Riverton having a long period of leading, now trailing by 2. Rylan Brown's going to look to go into the paint. Outside to Kimber Mathil. Back to Brown. Brown squares up a 3. No good. Rebound is by Star Valley, and we're going to get a foul against Riverton as well. Fouls against Aspen Gordon. That's her 4th. So Riverton now really in trouble with Timbry Mathil and Gordon with 4 fouls. Vosika will come back in. Who are the potentials is the question. Maybe Weber or it's getting very worrisome for Riverton in the foul situation. Nelson brings it over, going to Mackey, back to Nelson. Nelson trapped by Taylor and Leesburg. Going in the corner for Dana. Dana into the paint. Hill puts it up. No good. Rebound's going to go out of bounds. And we have a foul against Riverton called by the furthest away referee. That's when I get frustrated. When a guy from that far away calls it, the guy right in front of it doesn't. But nonetheless, fouls against Vosika. Unfortunately, that's team 5th, too, so it'll be 2 shots for Hill.
For Star Valley, 24. Hill, 2 shots.
Hill on the season is a 62% free throw shooter as well. Makes the first. Extends the lead out to 3. course, any lead Star Valley has is every time they extend it, it's the biggest one they've had of the day. Second one, too hard off the iron. Rebound comes to Lexi Taylor. So 3-point game. Taylor going to take it all the way over half court. Slows up at the 3-point line. Picks up a dribble to Brown. Brown drives in, puts it up, and one for Rylan Brown.
It was great work there from Lexi Taylor to just charge forward and get into position for Brown to finish off the play, and now she'll have a chance from the line to tie the game up once again.
Rylan Brown, 44% free throw shooter on the season. It's up, and we are tied. Second tie of the game. 25-25 here late in the third. Long pass. They get it to Johnson. She drives in, has to get it out to Mackey. Has an open look at three. No good. Rebound by Star Valley. Minute 35 left in the half. Driving in is Dana. Puts up and good.
Really nice finish there under pressure, and now it's Brown again for the Lady Wolverines coming forward, trying to answer back.
Brown looking to drive down towards the baseline, does, spins, comes right back out. 27-25. Brown off the screen by Vosika, goes baseline. She's kind of stuck, not sure where she's going with it. Leesburg eyes a three, no good, left well short, just barely drew iron. Rebound by Star Valley. They'll look to push the action out. We're under a minute to go in the third. Nelson to Johnson, over to Mackey. Mackey back to, or over to Dana on the wing. Dana drove baseline, get cut off. They get it over to Nelson for pump fake to three, and she's going to drive in. She's going to lose control of it. Leesburg to Vosika. Vosika to Lexi Taylor. Lexi Taylor trying to take it all the way in. Misses the point-blank layup, and that could come back to haunt you with 27 seconds left. And on the rebound, Kimber Mathill trying to tie it up is, I do believe, going to get nailed with a foul. She does. That is her first, but it is sending free throw shooter to the line, and it is going to be Nelson, the team's best. She is 4 for 4 on the day, as she'll look to stretch this lead out to 2 possessions with 27.7 left in the third. Nelson's first one, she's still perfect. Returning for Star Valley would be Hatterley. She will check in for Dana. Second one on its way. Friendly iron after going 5 for 5, and now she's 5 for 6, 29-25. 26 seconds left. Inbound is to Taylor. Taylor going to take it herself over midcourt with 20 seconds left now, and she basically just dribbles it loose and loses control of it, and it will be turnover number 16 on the day with 16.4 seconds left here. Coming over to the timeline will be Nelson, looking to extend this lead. Finds Johnson on the paint. Shot is partially deflected / pass. It'll go out of bounds with 6.3 seconds left. It'll stay with Star Valley. Johnson inbounding to Mackey, to Nelson. 3 seconds left to Johnson. I don't think they know. And just stupid. Oh, I'm sorry, folks. Leesburg, Johnson's driving in, and Leesburg gets called for a reach with 0.9 seconds left. I don't think either team knew time and place there. Not needed for the foul there.
First free throw was no good there, Kevin.
And the odd part is Leesburg's usually one of the few who does represent time and place. And she got called for the foul. And on the rebound, they're going to get Kimber Mathill for a push. That's just inexperience on the box out. That's what the foul trouble has caused. No, they're going to say against Jackson, excuse me. So it is against Mathill. It's against, they said number 20. Was she even in? No, they're saying it was foul against Johnson, her third. And Riverton's just going to inbound and let it go down. The end of the third. So as we go to the end of the fourth, Riverton's got to get mentally back in this game. Third quarter and second quarter kind of let it slip away. Start to slip away in the second, did in the third, but still easily within striking distance. We'll be right back on 939 KTAK.
The staff and board of the Fremont County Fair wish to thank everyone who attended the fair this year. Whether you enjoyed Family Day, a night event, entered a craft, or showed livestock, thanks for all your efforts. Stay tuned for a bigger and better Fremont County Fair next year.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
And welcome back. Fourth quarter is upon us. Riverton leading most of the way in the third. Lost the lead with about 2:30 to go in the third, and they've tied it once since then. Fouls a major issue, but we're going to have Timry Mathil out there. She's got to watch it along with Taylor, Leesburg, Brown, and Vosika, the starters in. Of course, Timry Mathil with 4 fouls. Ball will start out with the visitors. As they inbound it, they then throw it away. It was Mackey looking to get it over to Dana. And that is their 15th turnover. Inbound is to Leesburg. Leesburg, top of the key, then turns around, dribbles back out. To Brown. Brown looking to crossover, goes to the free throw line. Now she's stuck, gets it to Leesburg. Leesburg thought about the 3. Now looking inside for Mathil. Mathil puts it up, no good. Misses from point blank range, and you do wonder if these missed inside shots, Austin, are going to come back to bite them.
And it was set up so well by Leesburg, who's certainly one of the stronger passers on this Lady Wolverines team. It just didn't have a finish, and now a timeout called by Star Valley.
We'll take it with them here. 7:16 to play in regulation. 29-25. Star Valley Lady Braves on top here on 939 KTAK.
Has his way of eating, of exercising, of keeping his hands warm, and of straightening up. So, when a man faces a serious life problem like divorce, depression, or suicidal thoughts, shouldn't a man have a way to deal with that too? Well, now he does. I'm Dr. Rich Mahogany. Visit me at mantherapy.org.
And welcome back. 7:16 left in regulation. Riverton Lady Wolverines primed to try and pull the upset off, down by 4. They were outscored 16-9, though, in the third. That on top of 7-5 in the second. And swinging it off the inbound is Star Valley to Dana. She shoots a 3, no good, but another offensive rebound. Dana with it now over in the corner, now back up top to Nelson. Nelson looking inside, takes a couple dribbles, trying to get it to McGee, does, and she taps it out to England. Back to Nelson. Nelson for 3, no good. Rebound is by Star Valley, not once but twice by Dana. She missed the first one, second one, and offensive rebounds are getting to be an issue. And now Riverton's going to turn it over, and an easy layup ensues. It's 33-25, and Riverton is absolutely falling apart before us here at the beginning of the fourth quarter. Lead has gone from tight. We've gone from 3 to now 8. We'll take a break with them. 33-25. Riverton has to answer now here on KTAK and Wire Today.
Hey guys, this is Nick Haskell, and here at Haskell's Furniture and Flooring, we have the best brands. With our size, we are able to shop for you. We're able to choose the top products from the best companies. We carry Lazy Boy, Tempur-Pedic, Ashley, Sealy, Serta, and more. With our variety, we can make sure we're a one-stop shop for all of your home furnishing needs. Come in today to one of our locations in Cody, Lovell, Worland, and Riverton, where we have the best prices and a better service.
All right, welcome back. turnovers, and more importantly than really anything else, offensive rebounds. Second, third chances here in the fourth. Inbound is to Brown. She breaks the double team. And Riverton, she's trying to get to Taylor, does so. Taylor, nice give and go to Brown. Brown answers, puts up. She now has 7, and that was a huge 2. Now Riverton needs to get a stop. They're down by 6. 6:06 to play in regulation. They trap Nelson. She splits it, comes away with it, and gets it out to England, who will now look inside. Inside to White. White turns, puts up, and good. White has her second 2-pointer of the day. Back out to an 8-point lead, 35-27. 5:45 to play. Brown into the front court to Taylor towards the elbow, now out towards the wing. Taylor hands it to Brown. Brown dribbles the elbow, hands it to Leesburg. Leesburg for 3. They need it. Good! Taylor and Leesburg now has 8. And it's a 5-point game. 5:21 to play. Riverton with the trap, able to break it. Now looking inside. They get to McGee from 15. No good. Offensive rebound is put up and good by White.
Once again, Star Valley scoring on a second chance opportunity. Coach Bosner not happy. And now once again, Riverton needs to answer back. It's Brown with the ball, not finding an obvious pass yet, taking her time. No one's really making a run to get open here.
5-second call as she just dribbled, and didn't make a move towards the basket at all. Coach Bosner not happy. Ryland Brown's going to come sit. That's turnover number 17 at where they can't afford it. Team needs to be showing some urgency right now. And I'm telling you, they look like they had the last game, the mental part of it down, even in the third when they lost the lead. But the fourth, it's been a collapse defensively, rebounding, swung to the corner, air ball. Taylor fighting for the rebound and cannot get it as it was aired by England. And finally, Timber Mathill goes in there and rips it away and has it. And we are going to get a foul against number 21, Dana of Star Valley. It's their first of the fourth quarter. Inbound is to Taylor. Chance to cut it to 5 again or 4. With 4:25, they get to Gordon. Gordon dribbling in, goes to Mathill on the baseline. She's about 18 feet from the basket now. She'll dribble in baseline, puts it up, and she walked. I thought there was an extra step, but I was hoping for the and one. Ryland Brown going to come in for Vosica. And turnovers and offensive rebounds. They have got to box out. Now going to the fully committed to the 1-3-1 trap. And Star Valley's figured out a way to beat it, and they're going to throw it to Dana for 3, no good. But they get the board again. Riverton has just stopped boxing out. Inside, put up, not and one by Dana, but she'll go to the line to shoot 2. That might be on Aspen Gordon. If it is, that's her 5th. It is not against her. It is against 22. That's Taylor, her 3rd. Lexi's played very good as far as with 2 fouls to not get her 3rd. Dana going to the line. Riverton needs a miss here. And they get the first one. They'd like 2 of them. Again, I'm not trying to be critical, but Riverton's box out, which was very good for 3 quarters, has just disappeared. Second one up and good. Extends it to ties the largest lead of the day at 8, 38-30. Brown unable to use the screen by Mathill. Now passes it to her. Mathill with it on the wing. Mathill hands off to Leesburg. 3:40 to go. Leesburg looking to drive in, stops. Looks for Aspen Gordon, puts it up and good. Nice pass. Gordon now with 4. And it's back down to a 6-point game. Long pass is to Dana to beat the press, and we're going to get, as soon as I said she played good with 4, she didn't play good with 3. Lexi Taylor gonna get a quick whistle, and unfortunately now she's got 4. And Riverton now with 4 players with 4 fouls, and unfortunately it's all the frontliners, it's all the forwards. They're going to swing it to Johnson. Johnson drives in, puts it up, no good. Rebound is ripped away from Leesburg by Star Valley. Star Valley just showing they're playing tough right now. They swing it, Dana for an open 3, no good. And offensive rebound again by England. She misses. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. Let's see who it's against. It's against Aspen Gordon, and she has fouled out. So that's a concern. So right now, at least, you'll have someone who's played Austin. Vosica will come in. Next foul out, or next substitution, have to be Kimber Mathil. And after that, someone fresh and young.
Yeah, a tough blow, though, to lose the strength of Aspen Gordon at this crucial time in the game with 3 minutes to go, down 6. And that lead for Star Valley remains 6 as they miss 1 from the line.
England on the year, let's see here what she is. England for the year, only a 44% free throw shooter. She hasn't shot a whole lot of them, so that may be skewing it a bit. She does hit the second, though, and the lead is back to 7. Riverton able to break the pressure with Brown on the dribble. She slows up, and she'll accept the offense. Down by 7. We're under 3 minutes now to play. And who are we going to get? Red 15, that's Johnson. That's her 4th. Only the team's 3rd of the quarter. Yeah, I thought it was 2nd. It is 2nd, excuse me. That's why I added my book. Inbound is to Brown. And Riverton needs, and she's going to turn away, no urgency, and Nelson's going to take it all the way in and lay it up. And we now have our largest lead of the day, Star Valley by 9.
Here comes Brown again. The Wolverines need to score here, down below 2.5 minutes left in this game.
They're in desperate need of scoring here, and Taylor is going to lose control of it. Brown able to take it away, out to Leesburg, shooting a 3 from the corner. Good. Had to have it. She now has 11, and it's a 6-point game, but 2:10 left in regulation. Nelson brings over the timeline, and we get a full timeout by Coach Erickson of the Star Valley Braves. We'll take it with them. 2:07 to play. 41-35, Star Valley on top, here on 939 KTAK.
Stone Energy Cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
Papa Murphy's on North Federal in Riverton makes your pizza to order. Order online at papamurphys.com or in store. Delicious, fresh-made pizza just the way you want it. Papa Murphy's is a proud supporter of our local Fremont County student athletes.
And welcome back. 41-35 here in the 4th. Star Valley trailing for a good 18 minutes in this game, till about 2.5, a little bit less than 18, a good 17 minutes, and then just took the lead and haven't looked back. Credit Coach Erickson, we're talking during the break. He has figured out the 1-3-1 and has beaten the 1-3-1 trap that Bosner uses so effectively, and that's just how, from out towards half court, they throw it to Dana. Dana drives in, misses, and Riverton on the break. Mathil jump stops, puts it up, good by Timbery Mathil. She now has 6. And the lead is cut down to 4 with 1:39, trying to get a steal. Now they have numbers. They get it in, and foul by Vosica. Smart foul, actually, to foul Dana. She will go to the line to shoot 2. It's only Vosica's 3rd foul. Team 4th, though, and that's kind of where they want to be, because you're going to have to foul to extend things, potentially extend the time in the game. Dana's first one is up and rolls in and good. Dana on the year is 60%. Lead is 5. Second one on its way. Clutch free throws by Dana extends the lead to 6. I think she leads all scorers actually in the game now. Brown with it, minute and a half, and Brown, not a lot of urgency here, down by 6, and is going to fall out of bounds. She dribbled to the baseline and Coach Bosner wants to know why. Not the baseline, excuse me, the sideline, and then just fell out of bounds. So turnovers number 20. Able to, and yeah, they're going to get you, Talon. You wrapped her up from behind when Nelson was trapped. It'll be Leesburg's first, which is good, but now it's sending their best free throw shooter to the line to shoot 2 and getting close to being able to ice it.
Yeah, the opportunity for Riverton to come back in this game is narrowing here with Star Valley's best free throw shooter at the line.
And she misses her first one, so we caused it. We're the jinx. Minute 18, but Riverton is going to, if they get one, box out, which your Bosner screamed just a minute ago. Second one is up and good. Being greedy, wanting her to miss 2. 7-point game, and they are pressing. And Brown is just going to let the ball go past her. A little bit of frustration and maybe a little bit luck there as it hits Nelson. Taylor will be looking to inbound, hit Nelson, so it was Riverton's inbound to Leesburg with a minute 15, and they're going to need some threes and then some missed free throws. Taylor with it on the wing, getting it to Leesburg. Leesburg with a minute 5. She fakes a drive, puts it up, no good for 3. Rebound by Star Valley, and it's with Nelson, and that might do it. They get it to Mackey. Long pass up to Johnson. We're under 50 seconds, and I hate to say it, but here on senior night, granted no seniors, but last night of the year, I think Riverton, to a woman, so to speak, is going to be what could have been.
Yeah, they had control in the first quarter, started to slip away in the second, but held firm. And as the game has gone on, this fourth quarter in particular, all parts of the Wolverines game have really fallen off. Credit to Star Valley, but for Coach Bosner, a lot to be disappointed about late in this one.
Leesburg with the foul. It will send Dana to the line. She's 3 of 4 in the quarter and on the game from the free throw line. First one is no good. 35.1, and like he was saying, Riverton let it slip, but was always in it. And then the fourth quarter, just the offensive rebounds that had been totally in check, which was one of our Ranger keys of the game. Second one's missed, just exploded. Credit Erickson for that. Long pass up to Mathil. She double dribbled, but it's not called. And she moves in, puts it up, and good. Mathil now with 8. And it's a 5-point game. Riverton will foul to extend it. I think that may be the last one on Lexi Taylor. It is. So Taylor will foul out. So we'll see Kimber Mathil coming back in. And Johnson will be going to the line to shoot 2. Johnson with 5 points on the day. 1 of 4 from the free throw line. First one on its way, pure. So mathematically, really, they've got to have this one missed. They've got, I mean, 3-possession game, 21.4, and it's not. It's hit by Johnson. So 46-39 inbound to Kimber. Kimber kind of taking her time. No one's going out to get the ball. She gets it to Leesburg. Leesburg's got to let a 3 go here. She steps back, lets it go. No good by Leesburg. Rebound by Star Valley. And with 5 seconds left, that's going to do it. They get it to Nelson. Nelson, long pass. And final score, 46-39. When we return, it'll be time for the Click It or Ticket post-game show here on Wild Today at 93.9 KTAK.
Exploding at 200 miles per hour. Airbags pack a punch. Until age 13, stay buckled up in the back seat. Buckle up, Wyoming. It's the law.
For more than 40 years, Porter's Mountain View Supply has been serving central Wyoming with top brand name spas, stoves, fireplaces, and outdoor grills. With 2 locations in Riverton and Casper Plus financing available for your purchase. Porter's offers expert advice, quality products, and service along with maintenance. Porter's, your local spa, stove and fireplace provider in Riverton at the corner of Sunset and North Federal.
Shoshone Rose Casino and Hotel is proud to support youth sports in Fremont County. Enjoy a meal at the Deca Gai He restaurant. Deca Gai He is Shoshone for the eating house. Open daily from 7:30 a.m. until 9 p.m. Try a weekend getaway with the family in one of their comfortable, pet-friendly guest rooms and enjoy the heated swimming pool. Book online at ShoshoneRose.com and remember to support Fremont County youth sports. Go team!
And welcome back to the Click It or Ticket postgame show. We're just going to jet through this real quick as we will then be getting into senior day activities. First, we want to look at the scorebook. Final score 46-39 in favor of Star Valley. Riverton outscored 33-23 in the second half. None bigger than 16-9 in the third quarter. That is where the lead was kind of lost, and the offensive rebounding just went haywire. For Riverton defensively, the offensive rebound went haywire. For Star Valley, leading point scorer, she led all scorers actually, was Dana with 12, then Nelson with 9, Hill with 7. Those are your leading scorers for the Lady Braves. For Riverton, leading scorer and our Papa Murphy's player of the game is Taylin Leesburg. She finishes with 11. So congratulations to Taylin Leesburg finishing with 11. Our Gatorade Good Sport of the game is going to be the person, I always give it due to effort, and none other than Timbri Mathil. She finishes with 8, a lot of steals and whatnot. So congratulations to those players of the game, those superlatives. Rounding out the scoring for Riverton, Brown with 7. Brown with 7, Vosica with 6. And not Leesburg, Gordon with 4, and then Lexi Taylor with 3. Really, the paint kind of dried up there, Austin, in the second half, and kind of looked to the foul situation where everybody's playing in danger.
Yeah, in that fourth quarter, Riverton, as they fell off, they had a couple little opportunities to hang in there, largely due to Leesburg's kind of clutch shooting to keep her team within sort of touching distance, but ultimately in the end, even her heroic efforts just couldn't get over that hump of the struggles with offensive rebounding, and so few boards there for Riverton when they needed them, and Star Valley growing into the game, meanwhile, really made that sort of a one-sided contest in the fourth, and it was also down to effort. It did feel like the Wolverines lost some of their sharpness, some of their energy, and for Coach Bosner, that's difficult to see in a game on the last night of the season when they really wanted to finish strongly on a positive note.
Absolutely, and it's one of those things that it's kind of weird for this team to have an offensive rebounding by their opponent, the rebounding by the opponent, second, third chances, because the one thing I can still say, whether it's this Star Valley team, regardless of those stats, it's all about the box out. And the reason I say that is I'm really going to struggle to find 3 players more in the paint, forwards, who are stronger and more physical than Timbri Mathil, Aspen Gordon, Lexi Taylor. And that's a compliment. I get to call 2 of them on the soccer field every single year, and that they play soccer just like they play basketball. They are tough. So it's kind of weird to see them out. It's not an out hustle. It's not this person's stronger, taller, bigger, faster, what have you. It's all coming down to the box out. And we heard Bosner screaming that out quite a few times, especially on the free throws, where you're given the advantage of positioning, in the lane, and then you're still outworked. Your box out so weak they work around it. So that'll be something to work around, because, of course, we got one more game this season. That will be Thursday night in Evanston. Don't know why they want to play a Thursday night game in Evanston, but it will be myself and cameraman Connor making the trip down there. And then, of course, regional opens up, and anything can happen at the regionals. It's win 2 before you lose 2. First round for this Lady Wolverines team is going to be hard. in regional. Second one is going to be a winnable game. I would have said that more confidently previous to Thursday. But we're going to real quick get out of the Click It or Ticket postgame show and go full screen. And we are going to go take a break. Let's see, it's going to be cheerleaders first. We don't have the names, so we'll try. And Austin, if you can listen out for who they call out.
Our first senior cheer member is Caitlin Lemley.
I believe that was Caitlin Lemley.
Okay, there we go. She is our first one. We've got a little bit more on the boys basketball side.
Caitlin says, I plan to go to UW.
She's planning to go to the University of Wyoming and study biology, and she'd like to cheer there.
She says, thanks to Melanie.
It's kind of a unique situation here because the cheerleaders have a senior night for football, and now they have a senior night for basketball. I'm not sure why they don't do that for the pep band. I don't get that part, but it's kind of, I think some are basketball and play volleyball and stuff like that, so it's kind of a unique thing, but she is headed to UW, or plans to be.
And the next senior from the Riverton cheer squad is Emma Hill.
She's here with Jeremy and Courtney, her parents. She plans to go to nursing school also as a Poke down at UW. A reminder, if you're looking to check in on that score right now, that the Pokes are playing, or probably just ended actually. I'll double check that score in a second. Pokes play on KWYW. They start at 2. While Austin pays attention to who's up next, I'll try and get you a score if you've been paying attention to us and want a Wyoming score.
I thank Melanie for always encouraging me, and Megan Jones for being my biggest cheerleader.
Giving some shout outs to administration and teachers who helped Emma along the way.
I would never have been where I am today without the support I've received. Finally, thank you, Caitlin and Tori, for making these 4 years amazing. Emma Hill.
Okay, Wyoming actually has gone final against San Jose State. They lost at home 82-73.
Our next senior cheer squad member, Rory Johnson.
Rory Johnson next up.
She's here with her parents, Laura and Ryan Johnson.
Laura and Riley, her parents, are with her, as long as her sister and another healthcare person, physician's assistants, to be headed to University of Wyoming. I'm noticing a trend.
I think they've been talking to each other.
Yeah.
Well, they're collecting some nice flowers from their peers as they walk through the line of honor on the way to center court.
Next up will be one of our own. It will be Taylin, Janet's daughter. So we'll wait for her to be announced.
Our next senior cheer squad member, Tyler Keys.
Taylin Keys, Janet Keys are, if you ever come into the Ranger and Wyoming today, she greets you with a smile at the front desk. Taylin's kind of become one of our own, so to speak. So she wants to get a degree in elementary education. I already knew that she's undecided at this point. She wants to cheer somewhere. I know that the Nebraska Cornhuskers have been mentioned, though, around the office, as have the University of Wyoming Cowboys. Taylin also a National Honor Society member, and we at WYO Today could not be more proud of her.
Also, thanks to Chantel for being so supportive, even outside of your coaching. Tyler Keys. Our next senior cheer member, Sahiri Rico.
This next senior, I didn't quite catch her name, not well enough to attempt it.
It's Rico is the last name. I didn't know if that's Sierra or I apologize. We didn't hear it all that well. She's here with her parents.
Coach Melanie for giving me a shot, making my cheer experience great. Special thanks to Chantel Menzies for making me love cheer as much as I do. I want to give a huge thank you to my sister for always being there.
Giving a huge shout out to her sister.
Every girl on the cheer team for giving me a second family and some of my absolute best friends. I'd like to give the biggest thank you to my parents who love and support me in everything I do. I'm so extremely lucky and I'm truly grateful for both of them. Sahiri Rico.
Sahiri,
Sahiri Rico.
Our next Wolverine senior cheer member, Sydney Ward.
And up next, it's senior Sydney Ward. Her parents, Darcy and Ross, I believe.
Now, what's interesting is, if you can catch an eye on that, they put a sash on her. She wants to also be a nurse practitioner. Trying to see what that says, or what the meaning behind it could be. And of course, she's going to cover it up, so we can't read it. So still can't see what it is. It might have been, I'm not even going to wager a guess. All right, there are your senior cheerleaders. Congratulations to them. And next up will be the basketball boys. 6 seniors in all, leaving Coach Sheets' program, playing their last Riverton home game, including one being the Fremont County, the Wyo Today Fremont County Player of the Year in football, Ryan Cox. Ryan is going to be escorted out by John and Lindsay here as they come into picture. His future plans are to attend the University of Wyoming, shocking, I know, and pursue a career in petroleum engineering. He wants to thank his parents, family, teachers, Coach Sheets, Coach Quayle, Coach Linhart, Coach Lynn, Ross, and Page.
Ryan says thanks to my parents, my family, my teachers, Coaches Sheets, Quayle, Linhart, Lynn, Ross.
So congratulations to the Cox family and Ryan Cox. Next up
our next Wolverine senior
is Josiah Hernandez. Josiah's guardian, or his parent, excuse me, I'm reading the titles of it. Josiah Hernandez is escorted by Rolanda Fighting Bear and Ethan Fighting Bear Sr. His future plans are move into a gaming house with Brandon, Aiden, and Malachi. His thank yous, they want to give her out to God, his mom, God and his mom, and to all his family and friends that support him, to Coach Quayle, and last but not least, Coach Sheets, for this great opportunity to play for the Riverton program. That is Josiah Hernandez. Next up will be Aiden Kelly. And if you get a chance to go see his senior display put together by his friends and family, it is the evolution of the Aiden Kelly haircut as you follow it by years. It's quite cute. Aiden Kelly is escorted by Sarah Forbes and James Kelly. His future plans, he plans to move into a gaming house with his brothers Malachi, Brandon, and Josiah. He wants to thank his coaches, his mom and dad for giving him these opportunities and supporting him. And thanks to all the boys for creating great memories. That is Aiden Kelly. They all have the same future plans. They're at least on the same page. Next up, Brandon Monroe. He's escorted by Wesley Monroe and Ginger Bell. His future plans, to move into a gaming house with teammates Aiden, Malachi, and Josiah. The crowd getting a laugh now as we've heard it a third time. Let's see if Malachi duplicates it. He wants to say thanks to his coaches for helping him develop to be a better basketball player. Thanks to his family who helped him through his high school career. And thanks to his boys for all the fun and unforgettable memories the past 4 years. That is Brandon Monroe. Next up will be Malachi Smith. He is escorted by Judith Smith and Eric Smith. Of course, I got to know the family kind of well because his dad is from Georgia like myself. So future plans, I want to move into a gaming house with my friends, Aiden, Brandon, and Josiah. This is shocking. He wants to thank his parents, his coaches, especially Coach Quayle, and lastly his teammates for making memories and making basketball fun. That is Malachi Smith. And lastly, for the basketball team, will be Peyton Stevens. He's escorted by Kara and Joe Stevens. He wants to become an astronaut and go on a mission to the moon to set up a space colony, after which I plan on moving to Mars, where I will most likely will get stuck. But if not, I'll enter a cryogenic sleep so I can make it out of our solar system, find habitable planets, and try not to get pulled in a black hole behind the way. He had some time on his hands to come up with that one. His thank you, he wants to thank his parents for pushing him and supporting him. His brother for always being willing to go out and practice a little more. His friends that celebrate with him on everything, and coaches that have helped him along the way. That is Peyton Stevens. And this is your 2024-2025 class of Riverton Wolverines. When we return, we will get back into the Hampton Suites pregame show here on WYO Today at 93.9 KTAK.
Signature Properties would like to give a huge shout out to the local sports of Fremont County. They are here to support your team and your local home real estate needs. Call today to see how Snyder Signature Properties can help you buy and sell your next property. Good luck to all Fremont County athletes.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Don't leave your future up in the air. Always wear a seatbelt and reduce your risk of death of serious injury in a crash by almost 50%. Buckle up, Wyoming.
Stay at the newly renovated Hampton Inn & Suites Riverton, proud sponsor of all sports teams, home and away. Experience the perfect blend of comfort and convenience with Hampton's top-notch amenities, including a free hot breakfast, complimentary dinner and drinks Monday through Thursday evenings, a sweet shop for snacks and essentials, a pet-friendly environment and an indoor hot tub pool, and a fitness center to keep up with your workout routine. We've got everything you need for an exceptional stay. Reserve your stay now on our website, Hampton Inn & Suites Riverton, where comfort meets convenience.
And we interrupt you with breaking news live from the Pepsi Wild Cherry Aisle. Carol, can you hear us?
Steve, I've never seen anything like this. The bold, refreshing, and bursting with cherry deliciousness of Pepsi Wild Cherry is, well, let's just say everyone is getting wild.
Getting wild?
That's right, Steve. There's dancing, binge-watching, and is that a slip and slide? They're really putting the wild in Pepsi Wild Cherry. And this on-the-scene reporter can't wait to pop, lock, and drop it.
Pepsi Wild Cherry. Go ahead. Get wild.
Take the next step in higher education at Central Wyoming College. Offering 2- and 4-year degree programs in a variety of fields, Central Wyoming College in Riverton is transforming lives and strengthening communities through learning, leadership, and connection.
Living well isn't just about things. It's about the things that matter. Your family, your friends, and your health. For decades, Sage West Healthcare has been committed to improving the health and care of our communities. Today, we're investing more in our communities, in our people, in advanced medical technologies, and in specialized facilities, so access to better care is close to you and the things that matter most. Sage West Healthcare. Be well, live well. That's why we're here.
And welcome back to KTAK and WYO Today. It is the Hampton Inn & Suites pregame show. We're gonna take a real quick look at both teams actually here. Coming in, of course, these teams both played on the 25th of January down in Afton. Star Valley, a 10-point winner there, 57-47. The Star Valley Braves, led by Coach Matt Shumway, come in averaging 54.2 points per game. They're, of course, led by Cooper Lancaster, who has just under 17 points and throws in a leading 6.5 boards per game. Zane Hedges leads the team in assists with 3. From the field, they are not a good 2-point shooting team, but better than their girl counterparts were. They are 44%, which is not horrible. It's not bad at all. 3-point, they struggle a bit at 28%. Free throw line, they are 64%. They may be the best free throw shooting team overall in the West. That's not saying a whole lot, but they got a lot of guys in the 70 percentile. They don't get anybody up into the 80s, but they do have quite a few who are 70, 7 out of 10, which is pretty darn good. For Riverton, as we look at them, they're averaging just under 50 points per game, led in scoring by Malachi Smith with just over 13. He also leads the team in boards with 9+ per game. Leading the team in assists is his brother, but it's not a team that gets a lot. They score a lot unassisted. Not a lot of assists on the team. Leading assist getter Eric Smith with 1.7. From 2-point land, little bit slightly better than the visitors from Star Valley at 48%, and some of that has to do with Malachi Smith and the post game. From 3, 31%, so slightly better. From the free throw line, it's not just slightly worse, Austin. They are a 48% free throw shooting team, so they don't even hit 1 out of every 2. And it has been what has cost them games. The easiest one to reference that people remember was when Evanston came to town. If Riverton had hit 80% of their free throws, they not only win the game, they blow out Evanston. Yeah. Just absolutely blow them out. They were like 2 of 18 or something like that. It was just awful.
Yeah, I'm beginning to share your curiosity as to why this is such a problem, given that it is deciding games.
Yeah, it's just, as a coach, all you can really do is go, okay, you got to hit 100 free throws before you leave. Try and get that efficiency up, but you cannot replicate going to the line in front of, 350, 400, 500 people.
Sure.
Big news of note, which makes the revenge game here for Riverton a good deal tougher, is one of the first players generally off the bench, and also the guy who can come in and give a spark when this team that at times has had big gaps, allowed big runs, the spark that can kind of help get them out of it. Bo Anderson is not here today. He's not playing. Not only does he have a sinus infection, the sinus infection is the least of his concerns as far as playing today. He is in concussion protocol from the last JV game. They didn't know he's hurt, but he does have a concussion. We'll be interested to see if he can clear I think it's 3 tests they're doing now on him, if he can clear by time to play this coming Thursday at Evanston. But he is out today, so it means several things, but maybe most importantly, that Malachi Smith and Ryan Cox and Blake Gantenbein, who will be asked to play a little bit of post as well probably, need to make sure they do not get in foul trouble, especially Malachi and Ryan, which we'll see how they call it. So I'm going to call that kind of the key to the game is don't allow a big run. I know that sounds kind of don't allow a big run. They say basketball is a game of runs. It is, you want to have the longest and the last. So Riverton needs to win both those.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, and otherwise, Riverton looking to get another win on the board after a difficult season, putting up just 5 wins up until this point. Meanwhile, again, Star Valley coming off a more productive and fruitful period, winning 3 of their last 4. So the momentum here, though, Riverton's at home on senior night. That'll be a factor. But as far as form goes, the balance is tipping toward the Braves.
And hopefully the crowd will play some role in it. Quite honestly, I mean, it's kind of, I don't know, maybe it's just not in vogue anymore. But, even in that girls' game when they were trying to come back, big crowd, kind of quiet. I get it. You probably got a lot of fans who don't normally come to games. Maybe they watch with us, but they're watching for one particular player, grandparents and the like. They may not be huge into basketball, but they're here to support. So hopefully that little student section that's kind of formed in front of us behind the refs will swell a bit, and the band can take place, and they can make this a dangerous place to play, which it's kind of been quiet year, Austin. Last year, years before, granted, a little bit better of success metrically, looking at the stats, but a little bit harder place to play, especially on a Saturday afternoon.
Sure.
When we return, it'll be time for the Sutherland starting lineups here on WYO Today at 93.9 KTAK.
We believe that everyone deserves a second chance, including us. Hi, I'm Brian Robacher, CEO of Atlantic City Federal Credit Union. And if we said no to you in the past, I'm asking you for a second chance too. In the midst of everything happening, we are committed now more than ever to second chances and when it comes to your finances. An auto loan for your new car, business loans, home loans, and more. Give Atlantic City Federal Credit Union a second chance to give you a second chance. We've been helping our community thrive since 1964, and now it's your turn. Visit AtlanticCity.coop to apply today. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union, federally insured by the NCUA.
For a place, a people, an idea, for right and freedom, for liberty and justice for all. For every square inch between fruited plains and spacious skies. Marines fight to win. See all the battles Marines fight to win at marines.com.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
And welcome back to the Hampton Inn Suites pregame show. It is time for the starting lineups here on WYO Today and 93.9 KTAK. We're going to do something kind of special with the lineups for Riverton. I'm trying to make sure I've got everybody for them. 5-1-3-0-5. Okay, there we go. So first for the Coach Shumway-led Star Valley Braves will be number 0, Will Linford. Number 1, Cooper Lancaster. Number 3, Bryson Neal. Number 5, Dylan Shumway. And number 44, Zane Hedges. For Riverton, it'll be all their seniors. Will be starting. So they're going to announce the start. Number 11, Aiden Kelly. Number 55, Ryan Cox. Number 13, Josiah Hernandez. Number 15, Brandon Monroe. Number 33, Malachi Smith. And number 32, Peyton Stevens. I do believe starting will be Kelly, Hernandez, Monroe, Malachi Smith, and Ryan Cox. When we return, it'll be time for tip-off here on 93.9 KTAK and WYO Today.
Detailing done different can protect your vehicle with S-Tech's Action Series, Carbon or Smart Series ceramic tint, plus premium ceramic coatings for maximum UV and heat protection. All backed by a lifetime warranty. Expect expert detailing to make any ride look brand new. Call 307-851-5158 today. Detailing done different.
And welcome back. It is time for tip-off. It'll be Malachi Smith tipping off against Linford. Star Valley in, shall we say, their Baylor-esque, bright, or Oregon-esque, bright yellow with red and black trim. Malachi is going to lose to Linford on the tip-off. It will be Star Valley basketball. They will work around the horn to Neal. Neal gets it back up to Shumway. Shumway to Lancaster. Lancaster back to Shumway. He's going to square up for a three. Nails it.
I was behind that all the way, and it looked great from beginning to end.
3-0 in favor of Star Valley. They're going to press somewhat. Josiah and Aiden Kelly going to break the press. Kelly almost trapped, gets it to Monroe. And Monroe will dribble back out, passes up top to Kelly, who will set the offense with 7:22 to play in the first. Kelly over to Monroe. Monroe to Cox, top of the key. Cox looking for somebody to go to, goes to Kelly. Man-to-man defense shown by Star Valley. Over to Hernandez on the right wing. And this is one thing we've noticed at times. Riverton's offense really it seemed like not trying to get open. They get Hernandez on the wing. He looks to spin out to Monroe. Monroe to Malachi. Malachi will shoot, and the three is no good. Rebound by Star Valley. Malachi can hit him. You don't want him shooting a ton of them. Brought up the court by Hedges. Hedges. And they look to go inside for Lancaster, and it's going to go off of his hands and out of bounds for the first turnover of the game. But, Austin, this has been something we've seen at times, is a reluctancy to really push to shoot the ball out of everybody but the Smith brothers, Malachi and Eric, which is kind of weird and really needs to resolve itself going into regionals, but it hasn't so far this season.
Sure, opposition will pick up on that, and it can turn into a predictability that'll really hurt you.
Hernandez with it, gets it to Monroe. Monroe over to Kelly. Kelly's going to back out, and now he's going to set the offense with 6:12 to go in the first quarter. Kelly dribbling to his left, goes to Smith on the wing. Smith looking to break down, go baseline, spins, puts up a baby hook, no good. Rebound is by Riverton. Monroe has it stripped, but Cox gets it, and one for Ryan Cox. Ryan Cox gets the first points of the day for Riverton. He will go to the line. Unfortunately, but come on, Ryan. He's 35% from the free throw line. So it's a struggle for him from 15 feet away. But he swishes the first one on senior night and ties it up. Love to see some clutch free throw shooting here on their final home game. 3-3, 5:50 to play in the first quarter. Neal with it. Neal to Hedges. Hedges swings it over to the near side to Shumway. He drives in, pops from 15, air ball. Rebound by Riverton's Malachi Smith. And Riverton will look for the first lead of the day. For the Wolverines, Hernandez from Kelly. Hernandez dribbles to his right, then passes back to his left for Monroe to Cox at the top of the key. Cox looking over the top for Malachi Smith, just a little bit too high for him. First turnover of the day against the Wolverines. And we have some substitutions going on. Peyton Stevens coming in and Eric Smith coming in. Of course, Eric started about past probably 2/3 of the latter half of the season as part of that four-guard rotation. Hedges with it. Hedges over to Lancaster. Lancaster looking to drive. Pops from 15, no good. Rebound by Smith. He's going to look to take it all the way. He has to pick up his dribble. Gets it to Hernandez. Hernandez gets to Monroe back behind him as he was cut off from driving to the left. Monroe to Malachi from about 18 feet away. Malachi guarded by Lancaster. Looks to make a move. Double teamed and just deflected pass. Second turnover of the day. And Lancaster looked to go all the way down. Puts it up and one. And that was the difference we were talking earlier in the season.
Riverton foul, 13. Hernandez is first.
A good finish there, too, from Star Valley's number one, kind of bobbing and weaving, going both directions and finishing slightly off balance. Now he'll go to the line, and his attempt is no good, so it'll remain 5-3 Star Valley leads. Rebound by Smith. We talked about that earlier in the season, me and Connor, is that why Hernandez doesn't, and Malachi trying to dribble it into the paint. Double team turnover. They outlet pass long for Hedges, and it is out of bounds and unable to be received. Second turnover there against Star Valley.
as Cox will come in for Peyton Stevens, and Clay Sheets will also come in. He'll come in for Monroe. But one of the things, now I forgot where I was going with that point that we talked about earlier in the season. Oh, why Josiah Hernandez doesn't get the same charge call as Aiden Kelly does. Hernandez tends to wait till the last second to pull up underneath, and he's not in time. He's got everything else down. He just doesn't establish that position first. A little bit of pressure. Eric Smith and Sheets back and forth. Sheets going to be able to break it. Goes to Malachi Smith. Sheets maybe should have taken it himself. Goes to Kelly. A cross-court pass. Kelly dribbles up to the wing, picks up his dribble. He needs some help. Gets it to Cox on the low block. Cox, little baby hook up and good. Cox now with 5. And we are tied again. Second time of the game. Lancaster with it. He's going to look to break down Malachi, and he's going to walk. And everybody, I think, in the gymnasium here called it out. Third turnover of the day on Lancaster. He just got a little too up in Aiden Kelly's grill. Aiden Kelly able to get a bit on the ball and cause him to travel with it. To Clay Sheets to break the press. Clay Sheets to Malachi. Malachi looking to drive in, spin, baby hook, good. Smith has his first points of the day, and Riverton has its first lead. Hedges to Shumway. Shumway looking to get it back into Hedges. He saves it out to Lancaster as it was going out of bounds. Back out to Hedges in the corner. Up top to Shumway. Shumway for 3, no good. Rebound by Smith. Smith, long pass for his brother. Eric looking to drive in on Lancaster. Out for Clay Sheets for 3. Good! Clay Sheets from downtown. And Riverton extends the lead out to 10. And that will cause Coach Shumway to call a timeout. 10-5 here. 3:02 left in the first on 93.9 KTAK.
Riverton Blodorn Lumber is proud to support youth sports. Experience the Blodorn difference. Quality products, design, delivery, and expert service. Blodorn Lumber, 1202 North Federal in Riverton. Blodorn Lumber.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
And welcome back to 93.9 KTAK. 3:02 to play. Riverton in the midst of a 7-0 run, leading 10-5. Coach Shumway had seen enough of that and called timeout on the floor to reassess. Hedges with it. He's going to drive in, puts up over Kelly. Kelly just not quite tall enough. He's going to draw the foul and send Hedges to the line. It is Kelly's first, team second.
Second team foul to the line for Star Valley. 44, Hedges, 2 shots.
Hedges on the season, he hits the first. And on the season, he is 67%. Like I said, decent team, not great, but decent at the free throw line. And he hits both of them. So cuts the lead to 10-7. Eric Smith bringing it over the timeline on the near side to Kelly, to Cox on the top of the key, inside the paint to Malachi. Malachi, little baby hook, leaves it short. He was double teamed immediately and looking to break. They get to, through a convoluted series of tips, they get to Cooper Lancaster. He misses, and rebound by Eric Smith, who gets it to Kelly on the far side wing. Kelly now going to bring it up top. He's guarded by Hedges. 2:21 to play here in the first quarter. To Sheets, now to Cox, top of the key. Cox to Malachi Smith on the wing. Malachi off the screen to the free throw line from 15, good. Smith now with 4, and the lead is out to 5, back out to 5, 12-7. Quickly, Lancaster to Hedges, now over in the corner for Shumway. Back up top to Hedges. To Lancaster, now back to Shumway, back to Hedges. Hedges for 3 from the corner, good.
Star Valley moving the ball around well there. That seems to be a signature of their offense. A lot of passes per attempt, and that one worked out well.
12-10, it looks like Cooper, Lawson, and McClure are going to come in for Star Valley. Monroe and Hernandez back in for Riverton. They get to Malachi on the wing. He's going to shoot a three. That's his second attempt from beyond the arc. He's missed them both. Rebound by Star Valley. Shumway to the elbow. Left alone for a second. Pops it. Just didn't set his feet. He misses. Rebound is taken out of the chaos by Eric Smith with 1:10 left in the first quarter. Smith will set things up. Going to Cox on towards the elbow, actually. Not quite on it. Cox to Eric Smith from straight away, a three-pointer on the way. No good by Smith. It was his first shot attempt of the day. No good, 55 seconds left. Lancaster going to drive in, puts it up. No good. Rebound is by Linford, puts it up. No good. Coach furious that they didn't get the charge, but Riverton comes away with it. Smith to Malachi, down in the corner. Malachi looking inside, no cross court to Sheets. Sheets up top to Aiden Kelly with 35 seconds left, and he'll get it back to the younger of the Smith brothers. Smith gets it into his brother. He's at 15 feet, looking to drive in, drives baseline, puts it up, partially blocked. And Star Valley will come away with it. They are double teaming him every time he gets anywhere near the post. Bring up is Shumway with 10 seconds left. Shumway will back out. They'll look for the last second shot here. With 7 seconds left, Shumway looking to drive, loses control of it for turnover number 4. Eric Smith with 2 seconds. Long three at the horn, no good. But good job by Malachi to find him and get him an opportunity. And at the end of one, it is 12-10. When we return, it'll be the start of the second quarter here on 93.9. Riverton on top on KTAK.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
And welcome back to 93.9 KTAK. 12-10 at the end of the first quarter. Riverton on top. 9 of their 12 points coming from the paint. 4 for Malachi Smith and 5 for Ryan Cox. We saw this last game out of Ryan Cox, or excuse me, not last game, 2 games ago, where Ryan Cox had 9 in the first half. Don't want him to disappear tonight. Want him to keep that up. Paint seems to be where they're getting their scoring from. Again, 9 points. 3 by Clay Sheets, the only 3 of the game hit by Riverton. Star Valley's leading scorer is Hedges with 5. And Riverton will start with the basketball here. Going left to right in on your radio dial in their home whites with red piping. Peyton Stevens will start the quarter along with Eric Smith, Hernandez, Malachi Smith, and Monroe. So, and on the pass interior for Malachi Smith, he's going to fumble it out of bounds, unlike him, and lose it on a turnover. So to go over to Star Valley. Star Valley with Hedges, a number 10 I don't recognize. Lancaster. Cooper Lawson finally got in the game, and McClure now in the game. They're going to swing it around. They get it to Lancaster, the older of the two. Or no, to Lancaster. He misses from 3. But the putback is up and good by Cooper Lawson. And we are tied yet again, 3rd time of the evening. Stevens with it, looks at Hernandez. Now gets it to Monroe, goes and sets a screen for Monroe. Monroe towards top of the key, 7 minutes ago here in the first half. Tie ball game to Hernandez on the right wing. Hernandez up top for Eric Smith. Eric Smith backs off, almost loses control of his dribble, gets it back, goes to Hernandez on the wing. Hernandez looking to spin, cut off by Lancaster. Back to Eric Smith on the right wing. And here we're going again, not really getting anything going. Eric Smith to Malachi, out to Monroe. Monroe to Hernandez.
Yeah, Riverton's just cycling the ball around the key here.
Finally they get to Monroe on the elbow. He drives in. He tries to go up and under, and he's fouled. So at least some movement towards it.
Yeah, good to see that.
Foul is against Cooper Lawson. That's his team's first of even the game. It's sending Brandon Monroe, and I'm not going to tell you what his free throw percentage is. First one up, in and out, no good. Well, I'm a broadcaster, might as well. I'm supposed to. I just like the kid a lot, and free throw's not his strong suit.
Sure.
33% on the year. Chance for Riverton to retake the lead here. Second one on its way and good. Riverton with a lead by the slimmest of margins as Kelly will come in and Blake Gantenbein will come in. This is Gantenbein's first action of the day. Coming out is Stevens and Smith. So it's Cox, Hernandez, Eric Smith, Gantenbein, and Aiden Kelly along with Hernandez. Hedges with it, going around the horn. Passes up top to Lancaster, drives in, loses control of it, gets it to Hedges, who loses control of it, but somehow Cooper Lawson has a point-blank shot. Luckily for Riverton, he misses, and Riverton comes away with it. Hernandez to Kelly. 5:57 to play. Over to Gantenbein on the right wing, Gantenbein to Eric Smith on the left wing. Now back to the right wing to Hernandez. Hernandez looking to dribble, does so, dribbles, drives, out to Eric Smith for a three, good!
Deep three from Eric Smith, well beyond the arc.
Lead back out to 4, 16-12. Lancaster with it, drives to the free throw line, puts it up, no good. Their leading scorer really struggling, rebound by Cox. Cox to Gantenbein. The quarterback out to Hernandez. Hernandez thought about a three, drives in, loses control of it, turnover number 5. And Hedges comes away with it. Hedges driving in, and that's gotta be, oh! And I know Hernandez doesn't normally get the calls, but he was there. You could have baked a cake. I mean, and I don't mean like a simple like Southern pound cake. I mean, we could have gotten fancy with the decor. He was there for so long. It's a second foul against Hernandez. First foul of the quarter. So we'll get Clay Sheets coming back in and Malachi coming in. They'll join Gantenbein, Cox, and Monroe. Inbound is to number 10. He shoots the three. I don't have a number 10. Hold on, I can get the name. We got a program right here. Number 10 misses the three. Riverton comes away with it. Malachi Smith with it on the wing. That's Dayton Schwab. How do I not have that? Is number 10 to Cox now. Cox is going to shoot a three? Okay,
almost rolled in off the glass.
Is a bank shot. I'm not sure he shot a three all season. Swung around Erickson now in the game. Erickson's going to lose control. I shouldn't say lose control. It's going to be flat out stolen. Gantenbein takes it in, shoots off balance. Probably should have waited for some help. No good. And they're going to get a breakaway to Schwab. And, okay, Brandon Monroe's going to draw the charge. Now, I will say this. That's a makeup call because Monroe was not in the space. He got lucky a little bit. Schwab did duck his shoulder a bit. But I do believe that might have been a makeup call for the missed charge on Hernandez. It'll be Riverton basketball. So, interesting there. Inbound is to Eric Smith, still 16-12. We had a lot of action, but no points in the past minute and a half. Eric Smith to his brother on the wing. Malachi looking to drive, does so, and nice little fake off the glass. He's claiming he got hit on the arm. Rebound is by Star Valley, though. Brought into the front court by Shumway, and just flat out taken away by Clay Sheets and company. Foul is against Schwab. That's quickly his second. Team third. And nope, Coach Shumway is not going to move to the bench quite yet. Eric Smith brings it over, gets it to Clay Sheets on the wing, back up top to Eric. Eric looking to drive in, stops his dribble, gets to Clay. Clay for a three, no good. Rebound by Gantenbein. They swing it around the horn now with Eric Smith. Looks like Ryan Cox is going to come back in. Cox to Clay Sheets. Eric Smith to Clay Sheets. Inside to Malachi. Malachi on the baseline, drives in, and has his pass stolen. He kind of drove into no man's land, and Schwab is going to come down. And great job by Brandon Monroe. Gets in front of Schwab, blocks it into Schwab. Schwab didn't know it was coming, and it goes out of bounds off Dayton Schwab. So Brandon Monroe with the great defensive awareness, and what a way to not get called for a foul, too, to keep it clean.
Yeah, excellent hustle from Monroe just to get all the way back and into position and squared up against the offense. And now Riverton will come forward and try to extend their lead, which is currently 4 points.
3:05 left. 16-12 is the score. Kelly to Cox. Don't think he'll think about the three again. Cox looking to hand it off. Does so to Eric Smith on a pass back after Clay Sheets was covered. Smith dribbling towards the right wing. Kelly will go in motion, so to speak. Eric Smith to Clay Sheets back out on the wing. Now to Malachi. Malachi to Cox. Cox from the elbow says something to him. Cox looking to go over the top for Malachi, and this time just not enough on it. And it's going to be a turnover and a foul. Let's see who they get for the foul. Might be, yep, it's going to be Ryan Cox. Be his first, team second of the quarter. And we'll see Hedges and Lancaster check back in for the Braves. Shumway will bring it over the center court, right down Broadway, going to his right for Lancaster as we see Gantenbein and Monroe get back up. Lancaster over to Shumway, off the pass, inside, going to Lancaster. They kick it out to Bryson Neal. He dribbles in after the pump fake, misses from 8. Rebound by Cox. Cox to Sheets, to Kelly, to Malachi. Malachi for 3, not the shot they wanted, probably in transition. And away comes Star Valley with the rebound. And we're going to get Eric Smith as Lancaster was looking to drive baseline. That'll be Smith's first.
Riverton foul.
Team third. Gantenbein and Monroe will come in for Sheets and Eric Smith. It's third team foul, both teams with 3. Riverton with 7 turnovers, and, well, guess what? So Star Valley in to the paint to Linford, blocked by Malachi, and that's going to start a break by Gantenbein, and he's taken out. Absolutely taken out by 44. No attempt was made to play the ball either, so let's see if the refs maybe get together and discuss this. Hedges is his first team foul, 4th of the quarter. Gantenbein will go to the line.
Gantenbein at full speed was in the air when the contact was made. He'll shoot 2.
And banks the first one in. He didn't call glass, but it doesn't matter in real life. Now, I will say this. If there's anybody kind of, him and Ryan Cox, the 2 big football stars, you're not prepared to hit without pads on hardwood, but they're probably more used to falling down than most. So Gantenbein, the second one on its way. No good. Ryan Cox fighting for the rebound. 17-12. And Lancaster comes away with it. Moving down the court. He shows what he's capable of, and he's going to get called for the charge, and that's what Aiden Kelly does. Cooper Lancaster will be his first, team 5th, offensive foul, so it doesn't go against anything as far as free throws, but it will be Riverton basketball. Eric Smith will check back in. Riverton looking to extend their 5-point lead.
And Lancaster for the Braves has been displaying his athleticism in the paint, but not much to show for it so far tonight.
Well, the second quarter, we've seen it slow down greatly, Austin. 5 points for Riverton, 2 for Star Valley. We've come to a break. It's been very physical. Hernandez with it on the wing for Riverton. Hernandez up top to Eric Smith. I think if he caught that clean, he was going up with it, but it just kind of bounced in his hands a bit, and he settles it down. Hands it to Monroe, does Eric Smith. Minute 15 to play. Monroe looking to drive. Cut off by good defense by Shumway. Hands it to Eric Smith. And now I've got the hiccups. Going over to Hernandez. Now to Malachi Smith, top of the key. Malachi to Kelly. Kelly for 3. No good.
Lancaster comes up with the rebound for Star Valley. Sends it across and a cut inside.
Inside, beautiful passing. Hedges turns, fires good. He now has 7, and it's 17-14. with 40 seconds left. Things slowed down greatly in the second quarter. Underneath, they hit Aiden Kelly on kite. Could have gone up with it. He chose not to. Kicks it back out to Hernandez. Over to Monroe on the right wing with 27 seconds. Now to Eric Smith down towards the baseline in the corner. Eric Smith to Hernandez. Hernandez looking inside for Malachi. Can't get it into him. Hernandez drives in. Kelly has it, and Kelly's going to get fouled. And Shumway confused. It wasn't the first steal. It was the second bump that got him. And it'll send Aiden Kelly to the line looking for his first points. Kelly on the season, a 52% free throw shooter, which is odd because he's one of the better shooters on the team as far as a guard goes, and he misses the first. Gantenbein checking back in. He'll come in for Hernandez. Want to get Hernandez out on the defensive side as he already has 2 fouls here as we're only 16.4 seconds left from halftime. Not sure if we're going to get a player or not. Second one is up and good for Kelly. So 4-point game. I'm sure Star Valley's looking for the last shot. Cooper Lancaster with it under 10 seconds. Drives in, puts it up. Good. That was a nice finish by Lancaster. And Riverton will just let the time go out as they inbound it. And so, much like another game, close at half. Let's hope the third quarter doesn't repeat itself. So we will be right back with the United States Marine Corps halftime show here on 93.9 KTAK. It is 18-16. Riverton with the slim lead, 1 possession here on WYO Today.
Dos Solitos is proud to support Fremont County sports teams. Enjoy bold Mexican flavors that'll have your taste buds shouting, "Olé!" Follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok for updates on events and food truck locations.
You need an oil change, but you don't have a lot of time. Expressway Lubes on South Federal in Riverton and Highway 789 in Lander provide a fast, professional lube, oil, and filter change. Expressway Lubes, locally owned and proud to support our local student athletes.
B&M Septic and Excavation offers prompt professional service. Call them today for a quote at 850-2200. They serve far and wide across Fremont County and deep. B&M Septic and Excavation is proud to support Fremont County sports.
The staff and board of the Fremont County Fair wish to thank everyone who attended the fair this year. Whether you enjoyed Family Day, a night event, entered a craft, or showed livestock, thanks for all your efforts. Stay tuned for a bigger and better Fremont County Fair next year.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Ticket number 08.
And welcome back to the United States Marine Corps halftime show here on 93.9 KTAK. I have the pleasure of talking to somebody. I called a lot of player of the games, but I've yet to talk to you. It is the freshman Carson Vosika. How you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Doing good. So tell me a little bit about it. What is it like? You had to step in and fill a role. It looked like in the beginning of the season that the role, the kind of team identity was going to be height underneath. Tatum Tyra, of course, goes down for her ACL. All of a sudden, they look at you, freshman, and go, hey, you're starting. What did that feel like? What was the moment like?
When I first found out, I was kind of shocked. But I'm overall grateful I get this opportunity, but I'm still sad for my teammate Tatum.
Okay, and tell me where the origination of the Carson Vosika backdoor cut came from, because there's been games where 4 or 5 possessions in a row, they just don't even see you coming. Now, I don't know if Coach Bosner has ever mentioned it, but it's very Princeton-esque. If he's ever mentioned that. Where did that come from, and why do they keep leaving you open?
I have no clue why they leave me open, but we just do it a part of our Princeton, and we just try and get into it.
I'm a genius.
Yes.
He's never mentioned it before. Yes, Coach Carlisle back in the day. It's very much a Princeton move. Tell me what it's been like, this team, obviously working to build something. There have been improvements there. There have been setbacks there. How do y'all keep an even keel mentally as a team?
I think we just support each other all the way around and just try and have fun.
So, and last question for you before we move on to her is, are you also a two-sport athlete?
Yes, I play volleyball, basketball, and I'm going to be doing whatever sport I decide in the spring.
Well, what are we down to in the spring?
I don't know yet. I need to decide.
Well, whether they're track and soccer, right?
Yeah.
You want to play soccer. The cool people play soccer. The cool people call soccer. Well, we want to thank Carson Vosika for joining us. When we return, we will be joined by Aspen Gordon here on 93.9 KTAK.
Visit Lander Gambles to make your home feel like new. They will beat any competitor's price. Stop by to speak to one of the sales agents or visit LanderGambles.com. Lander Gambles will help you find the perfect product that fits your budget and lifestyle. Lander Gambles, 420 Main Street, Lander, Wyoming.
Good news, DUI crashes and deaths are falling in Fremont County.
We're doing better, but even one death on our roads from impaired driving, we take personally.
We started the Fremont County DUI Task Force 2 years ago because we're losing too many friends, family members, and community members to impaired driving.
So we've joined forces to work together to find and stop impaired drivers in Fremont County, wherever they are.
And we're making an impact, but we need your help.
If your summer activities involve alcohol, plan ahead and make good choices.
Drink responsibly, designate a sober driver, or call Safe Ride.
And don't let your friends drive impaired either, even if you have to take their keys and find them a safe ride home.
Let's all look out for each other and keep everybody safe. Remember,
don't risk it. Drive sober.
And welcome back to the United States Marine Corps. I am joined by my friend here, Aspen Gordon. Aspen, long time. How is the wrist, by the way? Because I was there when you broke it and you went to having a club, which maybe not the brightest idea to give you a club to swing around at people, but how is the wrist doing?
It's actually pretty good. It does pop when I move it, but that's just how it is. Yeah, I didn't heal right, but it's fine to me. I had surgery on my foot too, so I had to let my wrist heal and then go on down to my foot.
Well, walking wounded, and of course, this being the last home game of the year for basketball, I know several of you getting ready to move on to soccer. A lot of probably expectations coming from the team this year for soccer, I'm guessing.
Yes, most definitely.
Returning a lot of players ought to be a fun year. Back to the game, though. It seems that originally, like I said with Carson, that the identity of this team was going to be its height.
Yeah.
Now it looks like it's more strength and toughness, because I try and say it in the nicest way that people need to let go of the ball when they're in a jump ball situation with you and Timbry, because they're going to go flying.
Yeah.
And they tend to, and then I see smiles. So what's all that about?
I definitely think that me and Timbry are pretty aggressive, and that does come from soccer, you know.
You think?
Yeah, no, I just think that, us being tough does help out the team.
And for those who are going, what's he mean by you think? I watched this girl. I got to meet her last year through a friend of my daughter's, and at Taco Bell, I do believe it was.
Yeah.
And I watched her break her wrist. And you figure, oh, that's the season. That's it. She's done. Next day, she's out there with a club as a cast. And so that's the toughness we expect to see on the field and that she brings every day. So we want to thank her. Also, though, with the great team attitude, our Gatorade Good Sport Player of the Game, we want to thank her as well. It was also Timbry, so we gave it to 2 now. So we want to thank Aspen Gordon. When we come back, we'll go over the stats of the first half here in the 18-16 boys game here on Wired Today in KTAK.
Your tax pros at 219 East Main Street in Riverton, Wyoming can handle all your tax needs. Whatever your situation, we know what to do. Call 307-856-2256 today to schedule an appointment. H&R Block is open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Men have a way of doing things. A man has his way of eating, of exercising, of keeping his hands warm, and of straightening up. So, when a man faces a serious life problem like divorce, depression, or suicidal thoughts, shouldn't a man have a way to deal with that too? Well, now he does. I'm Dr. Rich Mahogany. Visit me at mantherapy.org.
Hey guys, this is Nick Haskell, and here at Haskell's Furniture and Flooring, we have the best brands. With our size, we are able to shop for you. We're able to choose the top products from the best companies. We carry Lazy Boy, Tempur-Pedic, Ashley, Sealy, Serta, and more. With our variety, we can make sure we're a one-stop shop for all of your home furnishing needs. Come in today to one of our locations in Cody, Lovell, Worland, and Riverton, where we have the best prices and a better service.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
And welcome back to the United States Marine Corps Halftime Show. We're going to have to jet through this real quick. So 18-16, Riverton outscoring Star Valley 12-10 in the first quarter, 6 points each in the second, so they're tied up. As we go to the Ranger Printer scorebook, leading all scorers is Hedges with 7 for Star Valley. Additionally, for Star Valley, Lancaster with 4, 3 by Shumway, 2 by Cooper Lawson. For Riverton, leading scorer is Ryan Cox with 5. Malachi Smith has 4. 3 by Eric Smith and Clay Sheets each, and 1 by Blake Gantenbein, Aiden Kelly, and Monroe. When we return, it'll be time for the third quarter here on WYO Today and KTAK. We thank the few, the proud, the Marines for sponsoring halftime.
Papa Murphy's on North Federal in Riverton makes your pizza to order. Order online at papamurphys.com or in store. Delicious, fresh-made pizza just the way you want it. Papa Murphy's is a proud supporter of our local Fremont County student athletes.
And welcome back. It is time for the third quarter here on KTAK. It will be Star Valley basketball. Riverton will now be going right to left on your radio dial. It will be, well, exactly who you think it would be. It's Kelly, Hernandez, Monroe, Cox, and Malachi Smith, the starters. For Riverton, for Star Valley, it'll be Hedges, Lancaster, Linford, Shumway, and let's see here, I'm trying to get the last one of them, number 3, Bryson Neal. So starters, basically, for both teams. They're going to swing it around. Hedges with it, trying to get it inside, almost stolen away, and it is stolen away by one Brandon Monroe. Riverton looking to extend their lead past one possession here. They bring it into the front court for Cox. Cox kind of at the elbow, out to Hernandez. Hernandez looking to drive, does so, puts up a runner. No good, just a little bit too strong. Rebound by Star Valley. Hedges bringing it over the timeline. Both teams in man-to-man currently. Gets it to Bryson Neal, over to Shumway on the right wing. Shumway hands off to Hedges, back to Shumway on that same wing. Out to Cooper Lancaster. Lancaster over to Hedges. Hedges tried to use the screen, now to Lancaster for 3, no good. Rebound is by Linford. He kicks out to Hedges for 3, no good. Rebound by Star Valley. Lancaster drives in, loses control of it, and goes out of bounds for their second turnover of the quarter. Don't let offensive rebounds become an issue this time, too. Come on, do something about it, Austin.
Star Valley with 3 attempts in a row there, and luckily for Riverton, didn't capitalize on any of them, so the Wolverines maintain their 2-point lead here.
Kelly to Cox in the corner. Not usually where you see Cox get the ball. Now they swing it all the way back up top for Monroe. Monroe backs out towards half court. Monroe to Hernandez. Hernandez to Cox at top of the key, about where a lot more where the offense runs off him for that. Out to Monroe. He thought about a 3, drives in, loses control, turnover. And Star Valley looks like it's going to do the exact same thing, and they do. They lose control of a pass. And so extreme sloppiness, the hallmark of the first minute, 49 seconds here of the third quarter.
Yeah, both teams look like they kind of went to sleep at halftime, and they're still waking up.
They left their mental focus in the locker room, no doubt. Cox with it at the elbow from Aiden Kelly, out to Monroe. Monroe up top for Kelly. Kelly takes a couple dribbles, goes to his right, drives in, puts up a runner, and he's going to get called for a charge. I don't know. There's some karma in that because Aiden Kelly's known for taking charges. So I don't like it, but it was the correct call. It's Kelly's second, team first of the quarter, and Peyton Stevens. Okay, Stevens, Eric Smith, and Clay Sheets all coming into the game. They will come in for Cox, Hernandez, and Kelly. So the only two staying out there are Malachi Smith and Brandon Monroe. Lancaster brings it up on the near side, passes to Neal, and then they'll swing it back all the way around to Lancaster. Out to Linford, now out for a three by Neal, no good. Ball's going to go careening out of bounds on the rebound, and it will go over to Riverton.
And we're on track for a very low-scoring game here, Kevin, after just a couple of points in the second and no score yet in the third.
0 for 4 from the field. Riverton only with one shot so far in the first 2.5 minutes of the quarter. Clay Sheets with it, and he's going to throw what should be a steal, and unfortunately for Shumway, it just goes off of his knee when he was going to intercept it. He read the pass well, and it goes all the way 65 feet down the floor and out of bounds over the baseline. So a long way to just say it's Riverton's basketball still. Eric Smith going to bring it up. We have not had a score since half. Monroe getting close to 10 seconds, barely gets over to Clay Sheets. They're looking to trap, gets it to Monroe, and we have a full timeout after seeing the first of this trap called by Coach Sheets. Still 18-16, 5:09 left in the third. We'll be right back on 939 KTAK.
Exploding at 200 miles per hour. Airbags pack a punch. Until age 13, stay buckled up in the back seat. Buckle up, Wyoming. It's the law.
For more than 40 years, Porter's Mountain View Supply has been serving central Wyoming with top brand name spas, stoves, fireplaces, and outdoor grills. With 2 locations in Riverton and Casper Plus financing available for your purchase, Porter's offers expert advice, quality products, and service along with maintenance. Porter's, your local spa, stove, and fireplace provider in Riverton at the corner of Sunset and North Federal.
And welcome back to 93.9 KTAK and WYO Today. We're back in a quarter that has, it started out first quarter, 12-10. Then we slowed down to half that, 6-6. It scored in the second quarter, and now through 2 minutes and 51 seconds of third quarter, nothing. We haven't moved. Inbound is to Monroe. Sheets wanting to talk it over, that being Coach Sheets, not Clay Sheets. Monroe to Malachi Smith at the free throw line. See if they try and use him. Malachi drive in to Sheets, kicks out to Sheets for three. No good. So we stay the same. Lancaster comes away from the board with it. He's going to dribble up and shoot an uncontested three, and he misses. Rebound by Riverton. Eric Smith looking to lead a break. Can Eric Smith get us off the schneid? Eric Smith looking to drive in and lose control of it to Monroe for three. Good! Brandon Monroe hits his first field goal today. He now has 4, and Riverton now leads by 5, 21-16, 4:25 to play in the third. Bryson Neal to Lancaster, and now I don't want them to score at all. I want them to keep this trend going of not scoring. They're just swinging around to Linford.
As long as Riverton's got the lead, this rate of scoring is serving them fairly well.
Lancaster to Linford, out for Neal for three, no good. leaving it short now. Rebound is by Star Valley, though, and they swing it all the way back out to Neal. Neal to the corner for Hedges for three. Looks good. Is not good. Lancaster was trying to tip it up and in. Is no good. Riverton with the rebound. Smith bringing it over. Smith looking to drive. Puts it up. Good by Eric Smith, who now has 5. Extends the lead out to 7.
Nice quick run inside there from Smith. Very speedy he is.
He's got a good vertical. He's got good hang time, too, able to kind of hang up there as they swing it around to Shumway. Shumway drives in, and Eric Smith just had to foul him. Had no choice. So a chance for Star Valley to break this kind of problem they're facing and not being able to score from the free throw line. Fouls against Eric Smith again. His first, team second of the quarter. Shumway at the line, has not shot any today. First one on its way, no good.
Substitutions for the Braves for McClure.
Shumway on the season
Riverton 3, Jackson 11.
is a 73% free throw shooter, so he's one of the few kind of good ones in the state, really, as far as averages go. But he did miss his first, so the lead stays 7. Second one on its way is good. Reduces the lead down to 2 possessions, granted 2 3-pointers, but 2 nonetheless. Shumway now with 4. Eric Smith into the front court over to Hernandez. Now over to Jackson, who's checked in. Garrett Jackson for the first time today. Back over to Eric Smith on the wing. Smith up top, over to Jackson. 3 minutes to play in the third. Jackson going backwards out towards half court, gets it to Hernandez. Hernandez off the screen by Eric Smith, out to Jackson. Jackson back to Hernandez. Hernandez back to Jackson. Jackson, he had a wide open shot. Jackson back to Hernandez. Drives in, and he was looking for a cut. I don't know what Hernandez and Jackson were doing, just passing back and forth, but it's going to lead to a break by Lancaster, who puts up and good. He now has 6. Lead cut back to 4. Eric, what I mean by that is Lancaster and Hernandez just kept passing the ball back and forth in the same space. Neither one of them looking to score. Cox with it now up top. Cox to Hernandez. Hernandez picks up his dribble, goes to Cox at the elbow. Cox looking to drive on Cooper Lawson. Little baby hook. Misses everything. Rebound by Star Valley. They'll look to pull within 2. To Cooper Lancaster, looking to drive down Broadway, stops from 15, puts it up, no good. Rebound is by Jackson of Riverton. Minute 53 to play in the third. Bringing it over is Aiden Kelly. Seems like Monroe and and Schwab have been sitting at the checking desk for a while, as we've had no dead balls. Aiden Kelly gets on the wing, back out to Hernandez, and he'll dribble back out towards half court with 1:35 left in the third. Hernandez out to Kelly. Kelly for 3, no good. Kelly just can't buy a bucket right now. Rebound is by Star Valley. They'll get to Hedges. Hedges spins out to Lancaster, over to him on the wing to McClure. McClure inside to Cooper Lawson, back out to McClure, shoots the 3, no good. Rebound by Riverton with 1:10 left in the third. Smith trying to drive all the way off the glass, good.
Basket by Smith.
Back out to a 6-point game, 25-19. Hedges with it on the wing, drives in, kicks it out. 3-pointer, he's wide open for it, no good by McClure. And Eric Smith going to try and go all the way, puts it up, was trying for the and 1. Misses, but will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Good job by Eric, who's kind of taken leadership reins here in the third.
Yeah, Riverton offense that at times looks indecisive. Eric Smith has been the antidote to that, just taking charge and running under the basket and scoring. And there he goes with a good free throw to make the lead for the Wolverines 7 points, 26-19 now.
He is a 56% free throw shooter on the year. He has gotten better as years gone on. When he first got into that starting lineup and playing a lot, he kind of, I don't know if it's pressure or whatnot, but he's kind of loosened up. Second one is good. And the lead is now out to 8. I do believe that's the largest lead of the game that either team has had. Of course, Star Valley hasn't actually led any of the game, or has led one time. Only had 2 lead changes the entire game. They go to McClure on the wing again, back up top for Shumway. He motions guys out of his way. They go to Lancaster. Lancaster guarded by Monroe, and I think Clay Sheets on the help is going to get the foul. He does indeed. Got a little too aggressive there. It is his first, team third. So it'll just be inbounded on the baseline by Star Valley. Star Valley out to the top of the key. Over to Lancaster, is going to shoot a 3, and he drains it. Lancaster now with 9, 5 in this quarter. And it's a 5-point game with 12 seconds left. Eric Smith with 10 seconds left. I guarantee he knows the clock, folks. Eric Smith dribbling off one screen, now going to dribble off another. He's going to shoot a 3. No good. Up for the rebounds, Cooper Lawson, and they're not going to get it off. And that will take us to the 4th quarter. With your score, 27-22. 8 minutes to play. It's a tight one here on 93.9 KTAK. Riverton leads by 5 to begin the final stanza here on WYO Today.
Shoshone Rose Casino and Hotel is proud to support youth sports in Fremont County. Enjoy a meal at the Deca Gai He restaurant. Deca Gai He is Shoshone for the eating house. Open daily from 7:30 a.m. until 9 p.m. Try a weekend getaway with the family in one of their comfortable, pet-friendly guest rooms and enjoy the heated swimming pool. Book online at ShoshoneRose.com and remember to support Fremont County youth sports. Go team!
Snyder Signature Properties would like to give a huge shout out to the local sports of Fremont County. They are here to support your team and your local home real estate needs. Call today to see how Snyder Signature Properties can help you buy and sell your next property. Good luck to all Fremont County athletes.
And welcome back to WYO Today and KTAK. 4th quarter about to be underway. I will be floored if it's not Cox, Monroe, Riverton. I saw Clay Sheets going out. I was like, wait, what? And then he realized he was the 6th guy leaving the huddle. It will be Cox, Malachi Smith, Monroe, Hernandez, and Aiden Kelly, all seniors. And Coach Sheets does this most of the time, actually. They find Kelly in the corner for 3. Just can't buy one. I want him to get one to fall here. Rebound by Star Valley. Lancaster looking to drive in. He's gotten a little bit more on pace for what he normally does. He is leading scorer, but he does give it up. Shumway with it. Shumway open for 3. No good. Rebound taken away by Aiden Kelly, 7:30 to play. But Sheets basically will start the same guys from the start of the game, Austin, every quarter. It's almost like clockwork. Now, if someone's in real deep foul trouble, no, or someone's hurt, but it's almost a given.
Sure. Yeah.
Malachi gets over to Hernandez. Hernandez looking to drive, picks up his dribble, goes to Malachi. Malachi on the wing, drives in, fade away, just awful fade away too. And on the rebound, we're going to get a whistle. Foul is against Ryan Cox. It'll be his 2nd, team first of the 4th. Just missed everything. And here's what I was talking about, them going quiet. The paint dominated the 1st quarter. The paint hasn't scored a bucket between Malachi Smith and Ryan Cox since the 1st quarter.
Well, the home crowd has picked up their volume a little bit, that student section trying to get everyone going, but you would think with a close game.
No chance of defense right now.
Yeah.
No, half of them aren't even looking. They're going to go inside the paint to McClure. McClure kicks it back out to Schwab. Schwab looking to drive in, puts a runner up, no good. Rebound by Aiden Kelly. Kelly, you don't have numbers. He does slow it up, gets it to Josiah Hernandez, and now they'll look to set things up. Back over to Hernandez on the wing. 6:25 left. 5-point game. Hernandez dribbling in. Cooper Lancaster trying to steal it. Can't do it. He'll get it back out to Kelly, Will Hernandez. He'll get it back on the wing and goes to Malachi Smith on the baseline. They try and clear out for him. Malachi into the paint. Looking to, I'm not sure what, but it's a turnover. I don't know if he was passing or shooting. It looks like he was stuck in between, and they come up. They get McClure. McClure drives in. Out to Lancaster. 5:58 to play. Lancaster to McClure on the wing. Back up top to Shumway. Shumway over to Lancaster on the far wing. Lancaster off of Cooper Larson screen for three. No good. Rebound by Star Valley. Almost loses control of it. They get to Lawson. They go to Lancaster. Lancaster passes out for Shumway for three. No good. They're dedicated to that three. They just can't hit it this half.
Yeah, they're trying a lot of threes. Riverton doing well to kind of force them to make that choice, and it's working well. The lead remains at 5 points as the game ticks down to the final 5 minutes.
Aiden Kelly with it towards half court to Hernandez on the right. Hernandez looking to drive, does so, kicks it out for Monroe for three, no good. And on the steal, Kelly as they were looking to break. Gets it to Malachi for three, no good. Aiden Kelly with the rebound. He'll take it out, he's gonna shoot a three. Good, Aiden Kelly from downtown, and a timeout called by Coach Shumway as his team now trails 30-22, matching the largest lead, I do believe, of the day. It is a 30-second timeout. We'll take it here on KTAK. 30-22, Riverton on top.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Don't leave your future up in the air. Always wear a seatbelt and reduce your risk of death of serious injury in a crash by almost 50%. Buckle up, Wyoming.
Stay at the newly renovated Hampton Inn & Suites Riverton, proud sponsor of all sports teams, home and away. Experience the perfect blend of comfort and convenience with Hampton's top-notch amenities, including a free hot breakfast, complimentary dinner and drinks Monday through Thursday evenings, a sweet shop for snacks and essentials, a pet-friendly environment and an indoor hot tub pool, and a fitness center to keep up with your workout routine. We've got everything you need for an exceptional stay. Reserve your stay now on our website, Hampton Inn & Suites Riverton, where comfort meets convenience.
And we interrupt you with breaking news live from the Pepsi Wild Cherry aisle. Carol, can you hear us?
Steve, I've never seen anything like this. The bold, refreshing, and bursting with cherry deliciousness of Pepsi Wild Cherry is, well, let's just say everyone is getting wild.
Getting wild?
That's right, Steve. There's dancing, binge-watching, and is that a slip and slide? They're really putting the wild in Pepsi Wild Cherry, and this on-the-scene reporter can't wait to pop, lock, and drop it.
Pepsi Wild Cherry. Go ahead. Get wild.
All right, welcome back. You're probably wondering why a 30-second timeout took so long. Well, they didn't put the points up on the board, and then when they attempted to, the board crashed. Then they had to call Reggie Miller, activities director. It was a whole mess. But anyway, so you got to hear some more advertisements. Go shop with them. They make all this possible. Lancaster going to dribble around, put it up, and good. He now has 11. Cuts the lead back down to 6, 30-24 with under 5 minutes to play in regulation. Eric Smith, bring it over the timeline. Whoa, almost walked there. Got it over to Eric Smith from Cox. Now going underneath for Malachi. Malachi turns, puts it up, no good. Getting by with the follow, though, as he checked in during the confusion. And that is good, and back out to an 8-point lead quickly. Star Valley's Hedges brings it up, puts it up, no good. Rebound is by Schwab. He puts it up, no good. And rebound is scored by Shumway. Looks like, and they'll call another timeout. We'll take it with them. Hopefully the scoreboard doesn't go out. We'll be right back on KTAK. 32-26, Riverton on top.
Take the next step in higher education at Central Wyoming College. Offering 2- and 4-year degree programs in a variety of fields, Central Wyoming College in Riverton is transforming lives and strengthening communities through learning, leadership, and connection.
Living well isn't just about things. It's about the things that matter. Your family, your friends, and your health. For decades, Sage West Healthcare has been committed to improving the health and care of our communities. Today, we're investing more in our communities, in our people, in advanced medical technologies, and in specialized facilities, so access to better care is close to you and the things that matter most. Sage West Healthcare. Be well, live well. That's why we're here.
And welcome back to special presentation of Riverton High School Athletics here on 939 KTAK. Riverton with the basketball after the Coach Shumway timeout. 6-point game here, 4:18 and counting. Aiden Kelly will bring it over the timeline. He'll drive in, puts it up, and yeah, Aiden, that's a charge. He went completely out of control, and that'll be the third. And dangerous for himself there, Austin, as he got way up in the air and turned around. And Kelly, Coach Sheets kind of looking at him going, I wonder if the question is, don't put your body at risk like that. You could have hurt yourself. He hit the ground hard. Looks okay, no worse for wear. But Lancaster looking to drive in and got caught between a pass and a shot and a dribble and turns it over right as he brings it into the paint. So with 4:07 to go here in regulation, it will remain 32-26. Eric Smith bringing it up. Eric Smith gonna be double teamed. Trap here. Kelly needing help, or excuse me, not Kelly. Eric needing help, and we'll get a timeout by Coach Sheets. It'll be 30-second. We'll be right back on KTAK and WYO Today.
We believe that everyone deserves a second chance, including us. Hi, I'm Brian Robacher, CEO of Atlantic City Federal Credit Union. And if we said no to you in the past, I'm asking you for a second chance too. In the midst of everything happening, we are committed now more than ever to second chances and when it comes to your finances. An auto loan for your new car, business loans, home loans, and more. Give Atlantic City Federal Credit Union a second chance to give you a second chance. We've been helping our community thrive since 1964, and now it's your turn. Visit AtlanticCity.coop to apply today. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union, federally insured by the NCUA.
Welcome back. 3:53 to play. Riverton will be inbounding. For Riverton, it will be the Smith brothers, Monroe, Hernandez, and Cox, going deep into the backcourt to inbound to Eric Smith. He's picked up full court by Lancaster. And Lancaster's going to get called for a reach as they cross half court. It'll be his second, team first. And here's the interesting part. Star Valley has not committed that was their first foul, Austin, in the second half.
Yeah, and in this second half, scoring has picked up, and so have timeouts. We had very few stoppages in the third quarter. Now we've had several all in a row here.
Monroe with it, gets it Hernandez, back to Monroe, looking for the double team. Back to Hernandez, they're chasing traps now. Hernandez to Eric Smith in the corner for three, no good. Monroe going up for it, fights for it, can't get it. And Star Valley come away with it, looking to cut in the lead and looking to push the matter. Hedges to Lancaster. Lancaster for a three. No good. And they get Smith to Malachi. Malachi going up with it, and he's hacked from behind. I think people thought we might have seen a dunk there. We did not. That'll be Lancaster's third. He has all the fouls for them in the second half. Malachi Smith going to the line, looking for his first points since the first quarter.
He's had some time on the bench as well. His brother has played more minutes than he has in this one.
First one on its way and good, and he now has 5. Extends the lead back out to 7, 33-26, 3:06 to play. Aiden Kelly coming to the scorer's table to check in. Let's see who he's coming in for. Second one on its way, no good. Rebound by Lancaster and tapped away nicely. It goes to Hedges, though. Hedges looking to spin, puts it up, and one. And again, the furthest official from it.
A good low scooped finish there from Hedges under some pressure and an opportunity to add the third point to the play.
Aiden Kelly will come in for Hernandez. Going to the line is Hedges. On the day, he is 2 for 2 from the free throw line, and it is good. And the lead is now just 4. Inbound to Kelly, 2:56 to play in regulation. Kelly brings it over to midcourt. Going to his right, hands off to Eric Smith. Eric Smith, guarded by Lancaster. Gets it over to Monroe. Monroe, open look at 3. Gone by Brandon Monroe. Monroe now with 7.
Big shot from Monroe right as the Braves were starting to creep into the game.
36-29, they get Shumway. Off bounce 3, no good. Rebound by Malachi Smith. Long pass by Aiden Kelly. Back to Malachi, to Eric Smith for 3. Good! Eric Smith from downtown now has 12, and it is the largest lead of the game. 10 points, 39-29, 2:14 to play. We'll be right back. Timeout by Star Valley. They trail by 10 here in the fourth on 939 KTAK.
For a place, a people, an idea, for right and freedom, for liberty and justice for all. For every square inch between fruited plains and spacious skies. Marines fight to win. See all the battles Marines fight to win at marines.com.
And welcome back to 939 KTAK and WYO Today. 2:14 to play. Eric Smith with the big corner 3 immediately after Monroe from the opposite corner 3. And they lead by 10. Does Riverton. It is coming out of the timeout. Hernandez, Cox, Smith, Aiden Kelly, and Smith. So the Smith brothers in there, 2:07 to go. Hedges with it. Hedges looking to get it to Cooper Lawson. Misses. And coming away with it is going to be a jump ball. It will go to Star Valley. We have 118 seconds left. And yes, that took way more brain power than I wanted to use on a Saturday.
Yeah, you got there.
118 seconds and counting as soon as they inbound. They inbound to Lancaster. Inside to Hedges. Puts it up. Good. Good job there of getting open, and we get another timeout. 8-point game. Shumway wanting the timeout as his team gets it back under single digits. Minute 51 left. We'll be right back. 39-31. Riverton left. Riverton on top here on 939 KTAK.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Yeah.
And welcome back. As we were just talking about, this would be a big win for Riverton, not only on senior night, to close out the career of these 6 seniors at home, at least their last home game to be a victory. Star Valley's been the only team out of the West that's really been ranked at any time during the season. Then you also got to throw in the fact that this is a team that kind of held serve at their place. Riverton can play with anybody when they do what they've done today, which is they had a little bit of a drought in the second quarter, but their defense made sure that was reciprocated. So Malachi looking to inbound, does so to Kelly. It is a trap to Malachi. Malachi looking for Eric, almost stolen away, but Eric comes away with it. They've got a break to Hernandez, and Hernandez does the smart thing and comes outside, gets it to Aiden Kelly, and they'll look to use some clock to Eric Smith, and he will be fouled by Shumway. So we're now in the what will be the long part of the game. Of course, Star Valley has has time. I mean, they have fouls to give. They have two more. They have one more they have to give. Shumway misses on that one. Aiden Kelly to Eric Smith. Hedges is going to chase down Eric Smith, and he'll foul him. That'll be Hedges' second. Team fourth. So Riverton able to take some clock off just out of the great discipline throughout the rest of the game of not fouling by Star Valley. Minute 31 left. They'll go into the backcourt for Aiden Kelly. And now they're just going to pick up defense. Odd. Shumway was on the man-to-man. Kelly to Malachi Smith. And he has it taken away. Malachi just being a little too docile, waiting for the foul. And one, not what they needed as well. Shumway, Josiah Hernandez, not the greatest decision-making there as if you're going to foul him, you got to foul him hard. You can't let him get the ball up. Hedges scores, pulls it within 6. They can get within 5 with a minute 15. Hedges is 3 for 3 from the free throw line. Or excuse me, not Hedges, that was Shumway who scored. Shumway hits it anyway. He's now 2 for 3.
And since Riverton pulled away with that 10-point lead, and Star Valley answering back with 5 in a row.
And we're going to get a jump ball here, 39-34. It'll go to the possession area. It favors Riverton. A minute 11 left, 5-point game. And here will come Brandon Monroe. Monroe known a little bit more for his defense. Well, he usually gets the hardest guy on the floor. Monroe, very good defender. Inbound is to Monroe. If they were going to foul, and they're just going to throw it away, is Brandon Monroe as he comes in, threw it to where nobody was, and this is not good. Minute 07 left, and we're hopefully this is just the end of a potential collapse by Riverton. As Lancaster will drive in, puts up, and good.
Lancaster. 3-point game under a minute left.
39-36, 54 seconds left. Monroe with it, and coach is going to call a 30-second timeout, is Coach Bo Sheets. We'll take it with him here on KTAK and WYO Today.
Detailing done different can protect your vehicle with S-Tech's Action Series, Carbon or Smart Series ceramic tint, plus premium ceramic coatings for maximum UV and heat protection. All backed by a lifetime warranty. Expect expert detailing to make any ride look brand new. Call 307-851-5158 today. Detailing done different.
And welcome back. 39-36. We're in the midst of a 6-0 run by Star Valley in the last 30-some-odd seconds? Yes. It's been quick.
Star Valley responding well to those 2 big shots from Riverton to take that 39-29 lead. Now it's down to 3, and there's still 53 seconds to go. It's going to be a nail-biting finish here.
You got Hernandez, Kelly, Smith, and Cox coming out onto the floor, which makes sense. Your 3 of your best ball handlers, arguably your 3 best shooting guards as far as free throws will go. And then you got your post guys in. Inbound is Aiden Kelly. Aiden Kelly to Eric Smith. Smith is going to be ran down from behind by, I think that's Schwab. Can't really tell. It is Schwab. That'll be his 3rd, team 5th. So Eric Smith will go to the line. He's 2 of 2 on the day.
15 foul.
It is the 4th against Schwab. I had it down as his 3rd. So Eric Smith with 49.2 left. Clutch free throws here. Needed. He has hit them before, and he misses the first. Nobody on the key for Riverton to possibly rebound a miss. Second one in and out, no good. Lancaster over the timeline, 44 seconds left. Lancaster to Hedges. Hedges from 15, blocked by Malachi Smith. And Kelly tried for the rebound. And they're going to give a timeout? Okay, that I don't understand because I didn't think anybody had the ball. But he eventually did. It will be a full timeout. I do believe it's their last for Coach Shumway. Comes with 36.5 seconds left. And Riverton with a 3-point lead. It'll be Star Valley ball when we return.
Is proud to support youth sports. Experience the Blodorn difference. Quality products, design, delivery, and expert service. Blodorn Lumber, 1202 North Federal in Riverton. Blodorn Lumber.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
And welcome back to KTAK and WYO Today. 36.5 seconds left. There's the first horn. It will be Star Valley basketball. I questioned the timeout just because Cooper Lawson was diving on the ball. He did not have possession of it. But a second or two probably, well, it's going to matter, but it's probably not going to matter whether they gave it to them at that point. Out of the timeout, Monroe, as you would expect, the best defender on the best offensive player, Lancaster, and Lancaster's going to drive in, and Monroe's going to get called for a foul, and that's all right. 7 seconds, and they've got another one to give, too. So, oh, no, they don't have one to give. There's 5. I've somehow missed some fouls on my total at the bottom, at the top, so maybe not the greatest of fouls. Lancaster going line to shoot 2, hits the first. Second one will be pending. Lancaster he's 1 of 3, or he's 1 of 2. Now he's 2 of 3. And it is a 1-point basketball game. Malachi going to have to call timeout. Can't find anybody open. We'll take it with them. 39-38, Riverton on top by 1 here with 32.1 left.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Dos Solitos is proud to support Fremont County sports teams. Enjoy bold Mexican flavors that'll have your taste buds shouting, "Olé!" Follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok for updates on events and food truck locations.
And welcome back. It's a nail-biter here. Riverton led 39-29 about a minute ago on game clock. They now lead by 1. And it has been a 9-0 run, and it has been all momentum favoring Star Valley. Riverton haven't been in a ton of close games. Inbound to Hernandez, to Eric Smith, now to Malachi. Malachi to Monroe. Monroe driving underneath, loses control of it, and he's going to be fouled as he gains control back. And it's going to send Brandon Monroe to the free throw line. It is against Schwab. That's his 5th. He's done. So send Monroe. Oh, nope, they corrected that. Not his 5th. It's going against 15. Thompson, his 1st. What? Who's the free throw? So it is against Schwab. This got confusing. So it is his 5th. So Monroe with nobody up there with him but Star Valley players as Bryson Neal comes in for Star Valley. And not the greatest of free throw shooters at the line for 2 clutch ones. First one on its way. No good!
It's an important shot here for Monroe.
22.8 left. Indeed it is. Monroe with the second. Good. And, hey, that's clutch. He's 33% shooter on the year, 40-38. Hedges with it. Hedges, that's a moving screen, but they don't call it. Shumway driving in, starts to lose control of it. And they do lose control of it. Malachi comes away with it and passes up to Hernandez, but there will be a foul on the floor. What great defense underneath. Just all 5 Riverton Wolverines converge. And Malachi Smith will go to the line. He's 1 of 2 on the day, with a chance to come close to icing it. Foul is against number 1. That's Lancaster. That's his 4th. So here's the situation, also. One of these is critical.
He needs one.
He needs at least one, because then you can't. You can only lose on a 4-point play. First one on its way. Good. Malachi Smith, the senior. Malachi, 8.7 seconds left. 3-point game. Second one, good. Malachi makes it a 2-possession game as long as they don't foul. 7 seconds left. Hedges into the front court. Out for a 3 by Neal. No good. Rebound by Monroe, and that's gonna do it. Riverton, 42. Star Valley, 38. Riverton on senior night pulls off the upset. We'll be right back with the Click It or Ticket post-game show here on Wild Today, 93.9 KTAK.
Have a lot of time. Expressway lubes on South Federal in Riverton and Highway 789 in Lander provide a fast, professional lube, oil, and filter change. Expressway lubes, locally owned and proud to support our local student athletes.
B&M Septic and Excavation offers prompt professional service. Call them today for a quote at 850-2200. They serve far and wide across Fremont County and deep. B&M Septic and Excavation is proud to support Fremont County sports.
The staff and board of the Fremont County Fair wish to thank everyone who attended the fair this year. Whether you enjoyed Family Day, a night event, entered a craft, or showed livestock, thanks for all your efforts. Stay tuned for a bigger and better Fremont County Fair next year.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Visit Lander Gambles to make your home feel like new. They will beat any competitor's price. Stop by to speak to one of the sales agents or visit LanderGambles.com. Lander Gambles will help you find the perfect product that fits your budget and lifestyle. Lander Gambles, 420 Main Street, Lander, Wyoming.
Good news, DUI crashes and deaths are falling in Fremont County.
We're doing better, but even one death on our roads from impaired driving, we take personally.
We started the Fremont County DUI Task Force 2 years ago because we're losing too many friends, family members, and community members to impaired driving.
So we've joined forces to work together to find and stop impaired drivers in Fremont County, wherever they are.
And we're making an impact, but we need your help.
If your summer activities involve alcohol, plan ahead and make good choices.
Drink responsibly, designate a sober driver, or call Safe Ride.
And don't let your friends drive impaired either, even if you have to take their keys and find them a safe ride home.
Let's all look out for each other and keep everybody safe. Remember,
don't risk it. Drive sober.
Your tax pros at 219 East Main Street in Riverton, Wyoming can handle all your tax needs. Whatever your situation, we know what to do. Call 307-856-2256 today to schedule an appointment. H&R Block is open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
And welcome to the Clicker Ticket Postgame Show here on 93.9. We are waiting on Coach Sheets, and then, of course, seniors down the floor getting some pictures and stuff. So we're going to go right into the stat book real quick. Leading all scorers with 15 was Lancaster, shy of his average of 17. Then Hedges had 12, Shumway with 9, and Cooper Lawson with 2 for Star Valley. For Riverton, much more scoring as far as players as they win 42-38. Leading scorer and our Papa Murphy's player of the game, not the guy we're going to have up. We're going to have a senior up, and we're going to we're going to pause everything and let Coach Sheets put his headset on, and we'll jump right into him. Coach Sheets, big win here on senior night, beating a team, defensive effort. Tell me about that, because you held Lancaster frustrated as all get out.
Oh, he's a great player. You know, he had 25 against Evanston coming into the game this week, and, you know, just pleased with how the boys played. You know, they did a great job on him. I think, how much did he still end up with? How
15.
many? 15, yeah. I mean, when you're good like that, you hold somebody, you feel like you do a good job, and then they still get 15. And so we'll get Malachi over here. Eric was supposed to go over there, but he got Malachi. So again, yeah, super pleased with our defensive effort. You know, everything that they do, you know, kind of goes through a couple of their main scorers. And so our boys, I felt like they did a pretty good job kind of listening to the game plan and just sticking with it.
Tell me a little bit about, got up by 10 there with about a minute and a half to go, and then the resiliency to not panic as they went on a huge run.
They did. You know, they're a good team, and they're, you know, they're going to be aggressive. They're going to be going for steals. They're going to be attacking the basket. You know, they did a good job kind of being aggressive, and we did enough to kind of hold on there. We knew we were going to have to hit free throws, and, you know, Malachi stepped up, hit those free throws. Guys did a good job kind of securing those rebounds, and very pleased with the outcome for these seniors.
One of the interesting parts, it looked like one of your kind of things that you were going for was forcing them to take the outside shot, and it worked basically all game till the very end.
It did.
Where they couldn't get a two off to save their life for like third quarter.
Yeah, you know, and they've got a couple players that obviously scorers for them, and so we got to focus on those guys, and then, you know, force them to go to their next, their third, their fourth, their fifth best, you know, look on that side of the ball. And so I was very pleased with kind of our boys sticking with, kind of having that focus. But they're a good team. You know, you can only hold them down for so long.
And is there anything with this game, this big win at home, as you go to Evanston for the final regular season game, that you hope to carry over?
Yeah, I mean, it's just that we knew we had the ability to play with anybody, good and not so good. You know, we can make a game out of it no matter who we're playing. And so that confidence to know that we can come in, you know, on senior night, beat the best team on our side of the state or the conference, and you know, that should be a big confidence boost for the boys. They should have already had that confidence because we've shown it in spurts, just not for 4 quarters on some of these games.
And we'll be right back with our player game. Thank you for Coach Sheets for joining us. We'll be right back with Click Here Take a Postgame Show.
Men have a way of doing things. A man has his way of eating, of exercising, of keeping his hands warm, and of straightening up. So, when a man faces a serious life problem like divorce, depression, or suicidal thoughts, shouldn't a man have a way to deal with that too? Well, now he does. I'm Dr. Rich Mahogany. Visit me at mantherapy.org.
Welcome back to the Clicker Ticket Postgame Show. As you can see, we're joined by two of them, the two Smith brothers. We wanted to definitely get a senior out here. Malachi, you know, postmen aren't necessarily known for being great free throw shooters to begin with, and you go to the line with two that really, one of them puts you in a good position where they could probably only force overtime. You hit them both, you win the game. Most likely, that's going to be it. You did hit them both. What was going through your mind as you stepped up to that line?
You know, I know the whole season we haven't been really a great free throw shooting team, so I just had to step up and shoot those. I didn't play really that good, so I was like, I got to do something.
Well, and it's interesting in the first quarter, especially at the inside-out game, you and Ryan Cox just dominating. But how did they adjust? Because it looked like they adjusted in the second quarter and were able to eliminate that threat. So it had to come from elsewhere.
They wanted to key on the inside. They wanted us to work for our shots, and you know, our shooters just got it done tonight.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Well, we want to thank Malachi Smith, and I'm going to give you a second here. You are a senior. I've had them all before. I've had all the seniors up here, gave them a chance to shout out, but a little too many with 6 and then 7 last year. So I'm going to give you a chance. Say hi to anybody you want to. And lastly, also, tell me what it's like to play with the guy to your right.
It is very fun. It's very fun to watch him. He had a spurt right there where he had a layup and got fouled and hit both free throws. So it's very fun to watch.
Excellent. Anybody you want to thank here while you're on the air?
Mom and Dad. I want to thank this guy and my mom and dad.
All right. Well, we'll be right back, and we'll be joined by Eric Smith here in just a moment.
And here at Haskell's Furniture and Flooring, we have the best brands. With our size, we are able to shop for you. We're able to choose the top products from the best companies. We carry Lazy Boy, Tempur-Pedic, Ashley, Sealy, Serta, and more. With our variety, we can make sure we're a one-stop shop for all of your home furnishing needs. Come in today to one of our locations in Cody, Lovell, Worland, and Riverton, where we have the best prices and a better service.
Hi, Plains.
Welcome back to the Click It or Ticket postgame show. We are joined by our Papa Murphy's player of the game, Eric Smith. Eric, you finished with 12. And in that third quarter, really, I mean, you picked the offense up on your back as you and Brandon Monroe were the only two to score in that third when they were trying to come back. And then at the fourth, y'all kind of led the way of taking it out to a 10-point lead.
Yeah, I mean, the game started off slow. I started off slow in the first half, and I don't think it was a very high-scoring game at the first half. So just had to pick up the tempo, go at them a little bit and get foul calls, go to the line.
All right, excellent. And when you're going the free throw line in a situation like that, what's going through your mind?
For me, nothing. They felt good. It's just one went in and out, and the other just bounced off the rim. So just got to step up and knock him down and have the confidence to knock him down.
So he's not within earshot, and I promise we're not. We are recording. What do you want to say about this is your final home game with your brother? What has it meant to you to be able to play this season alongside him?
He's just been great all season for us, and just to watch his growth throughout the years, from freshman year to barely playing and to come out and lead us after we lost, 7 seniors?
7.
Lost 7 seniors. For him to come out and take on that role for us is just really big for him. And it's really big for us as well. And just a real role model for us juniors.
You could sense the little brotherness in that role model.
Yeah.
But props to him. Y'all always seem to have great chemistry, especially on those long, fast breakouts. Yeah. It's like he knows exactly where you're going to be and how fast you're going.
Yeah.
So it's been fun to watch. We want to thank our Papa Murphy's player of the game, Eric Smith, for joining us. When we get back, we'll wrap things up here on the Click It or Ticket postgame show on 93.9 KT.
Cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
And welcome back. Our Gatorade Good Sport of the game. We're going to give it to the other brother. We'll give it to the older brother. How's that sound to you, Austin?
That works well for me.
Okay.
I mean, he's got to get some credit for hitting those clutch free throws, and a superlative feels fitting.
Yes, he did. We're just going to go over the scoring real quick for Riverton. Eric Smith with 12, Brandon Monroe with 8, Malachi Smith with 7, 5 points for Ryan Cox, Aiden Kelly with 4, 3 for Clay Sheets, and 2 for Blake Gantenbein. 3 for Blake Gantenbein. One of the things I like to see here as we get into the Clicker Ticket postgame shows, we get to the end here, is as they go to Evans, if they can figure out a way, now granted Star Valley did adjust, but to get just Malachi Smith and Ryan Cox having 5 and 4 at half and then finishing the game with 7 and 5, they got points from somewhere, but to make their goals reality, especially in regionals, Malachi Smith, Eric Smith, Ryan Cox is going to have to play. They're all going to have to play a role, but Malachi Smith's going to have to get his average on points, in my opinion, especially in a win-2 before you lose 2 situation to try and get to state. And mind you, everybody's going to be keying on it.
Yeah, they win tonight, great win, but there were signs of some of those inconsistencies, some big offensive players not fully kind of showing up to their best ability and hitting their averages that their team needs them to hit, and that made the end of this game scary. And if that continues in the final game of the season and into their playoff hopes, that could prove to be a problem. So just smoothing things out, consistent performances across the starters will go a long way if they hope to continue their season.
Well, I want to thank Austin for joining us, filling in for cameraman Connor and camerawoman Courtney as she's down in Laramie. Well, she's on her way back now, but also thanks to the mothership for Leanne Sanderson keeping us on here and everything of that nature. That's going to do it. This has been Kevin Shields with Austin Beck-Doss here on 93.9. I will see you with cameraman Connor on Thursday on 93.9 as Riverton will travel to Evanston in the season finale of the 24-25 basketball season here on KTAK.
Papa Murphy's on North Federal in Riverton makes your pizza to order. Order online at papamurphys.com or in store. Delicious, fresh-made pizza just the way you want it. Papa Murphy's is a proud supporter of our local Fremont County student athletes.
Exploding at 200 miles per hour. Airbags pack a punch. Until age 13, stay buckled up in the back seat. Buckle up, Wyoming. It's the law.
For more than 40 years, Porter's Mountain View Supply has been serving central Wyoming with top brand name spas, stoves, fireplaces, and outdoor grills. With 2 locations in Riverton and Casper Plus financing available for your purchase, Porter's offers expert advice, quality products, and service along with maintenance. Porter's, your local spa, stove, and fireplace provider in Riverton at the corner of Sunset and North Federal.